Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Hey, very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Sentinel Storage. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Those watching on YouTube, as well as everyone listening on podcast, we thank you as well. Tom Gazzola, Iwanyk with you here, and today... Well, he was on the Reed Wilkins show with Jay Milne, but second time now on Edmonton Sports Talk is the CEO of Sport Edmonton, Evan Daum. Daumers in the house. Daumer, how are you?
Guys, my publicist is finally doing their job. I'm back on the Hangout. I've been paying them big money to try and get me back on this program for it feels like years, but
I believe the last time you were to come on the Hangout, you did cancel.
I don't believe so. I think that might have been my publicist. Yeah, they were doing that. So I would never do that to you guys.
We need a
they
word
must have
with this
double booked me.
publicist.
So no, I'm happy to be here.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah.
You guys must have been desperate. Everybody was busy on Thanksgiving weekend, and you had to come to me and your Rolodex.
No, I'm actually, I just know with your previous role, it was harder to get you on here because you were a busy guy.
Still
God, I
busy
missed
guy.
you.
So... I know that you're, but it was like, now I'm like, okay, well, we got to try. Hernan actually came to me last week and he's like, Daumer says he'd be good. So I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah, well, he's my publicist. That's good.
Oh, is he? Oh, then he has failed on you.
Explains a lot.
He has.
Because you haven't been on his show.
Well, no, I mean, there's kind of separation of church and state there, right? I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little too close for comfort when your publicist has you on their show.
And he hasn't booked you for the morning show yet.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's a progression.
Okay.
We're making our way
down? Up the lineup?
I'll say down because Reed would want me to say down. So I'll say I'm working my way down at EST.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm just supposed to say that. Reed's probably not even watching this. Probably not even out of bed.
He's
Reed
gonna
does
text us.
watch every so often.
He'll text us right
in
away.
the nasty chat every so often.
He's probably very excited that you're on.
He always has
would
some
hope
comment
so.
about me,
As he should.
as most do.
Yeah. No, I'm
heck
happy
is
to
our
be
video?
here. I digress.
I'm glad you're
Here we go.
we were talking about this before. I've been to this new palatial studio in an undisclosed location more times than I was at your old place. It's very nice
Probably.
here.
It is very nice.
You guys looking to sublease?
That's you could talk to Mr. Dustin Nelson down the hall. We got room. Depends how many spots you need.
I mean, I travel pretty light. So,
It's just you?
No, we've got another staff member and we've got some contract people, but we can be accommodated rather easily. You have a kitchenette here. That's good.
Quite funny enough, here we have all this space. So I work in my office, Dusty goes in his office, but everyone else basically just goes in one other office.
That's changed recently.
A little
but you
bit
were
more.
Right. Yeah.
But the boardroom stays empty. The other office is just foam in it. Or soundproofing foam.
That one.
There's a lot of
soundproof foam. It's not a foam pit.
Yeah.
That would
Don't
be
bring
fun.
your children to.
We've
jump
all
in the
just
foam pit.
all of you guys have kind of just converged. Well, not you, but the afternoon people all have converged into
nomad.
one office. They don't choose to go to other spots. That we have a reception desk. I don't think anyone's actually sat at. It's a workplace too.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
that is. Has everything you need there.
We do have extra space. Also, he's changed it's a candle. He's now Reed Wilkins 972.
Ooh, that's a sketchy number.
He got up at 9:07. He says.
Wow, that's like a teenager's time.
3 minutes ago.
He wanted to make
9:07.
sure he listened to the Hangout.
That's good.
Just for you, Dahmer.
Happy to have you tuned in, Reed, wherever you may be in an undisclosed location in North Central Edmonton. North Central? No.
Yeah, that would fall under North Central.
I guess.
It's just Oliver area. Or I think it has a new name that is hard to pronounce.
It does. I'm not learned enough to know these things.
Yeah.
The Brewery District area.
That's
Yes.
there we go. Let's just do
Close
that.
to the alcohol, right where Reed should be. Yes, it's perfect.
He likes his alcohol.
He likes a good IPA.
He has what's the one right by his place? It's a cool little brick building.
Odd Company?
Odd Company. Yeah,
Yes.
he likes going there.
I have been there with him. It's a good spot.
Yeah, it is. Me too.
Me too.
Oh, I was gonna say it's the select crew that gets to go. Don't feel bad,
Yes.
Maddie, if you haven't
No,
been.
before he started working here, he texted me one time. He's like, "You want to go for a drink?" And I was like, "Sure." So we went out for a drink.
And
Yeah,
that's
part
when
of
you
that crew.
negotiated the deal.
No, it was already done.
Oh,
It was already done.
Okay.
That's how you finalize the deal, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Reed's never invited me since. Now, at the same time, I've never invited Reed since. I've never invited him.
It's a
somewhere, but
standoff, a Cold War of sorts.
I don't know if he would do it now that he's worked with me, and he's
Hang out with you outside of work?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think most people would.
Yeah, I agree. Eric's the only one, for the most part.
That hangs out with you outside of work?
Yeah, willingly.
We are neighbors.
That we don't see each other a lot.
No, we don't.
It's weird, but it's not weird.
Yeah.
Because of the elevators and stuff. But
It's a big building.
How often do you think you guys are like just like passing through the building and don't even realize it?
in one of the
You should
elevators
get
and the other
AirTags or
elevators,
some sort of, I don't know, your Android people, maybe, I don't know. That's an Android device, but you should get some sort of tracking device so you guys know when you're within a certain radius of each other.
Well,
So
technically,
you can avoid each other.
technically, he would be passing by me every day if I'm at home because he's on the palatial 25th floor. I'm on the 9th.
Oof.
So he'd be going
Yeah,
past
true.
me.
That's
I
true.
would have no idea. We do run into each other.
very rarely.
That is true. I see Sierra a lot.
Is she still in the building?
She's still in the building.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Who else is there? TJ or Doctor, not Doctor. DJ Bose, who does Oilers, Elks, does like the party tent.
I've seen
Tyler.
a couple Elks in the building.
Yeah. Cody Grace lives there. I saw Cody Fajardo at the grocery store the other day.
Oh, the Loblaws?
Yeah.
I like that Loblaws.
It's a good Loblaws. You can find deals. You can find
You
deals.
can find deals there, really?
You could also get absolutely just
Fleeced.
fleeced hard.
But
But
Like
it's
a
also
grocery
great whenever you like just want something and you don't know, like, I don't have to go for a long drive. I could just walk literally next door, get what I need, and come back.
Yep.
You're living the urban lifestyle, man.
It's
Get
nice.
in.
My parents came over. They're like, "You've got nothing in your fridge." I'm like, "I have a grocery store 50 steps away.
You want anything? I can get it.
Always fresh." Yeah,
Up
exactly.
until 9 o'clock.
That's right.
then I
That's
can't
fair.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Then I gotta go to aisle 24.
Oh yeah, I've been there before. It's okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's
It's like some sort of convenience store in
it
the
is-
heart of Edmonton.
It absolutely is, but it is unstaffed. So it's all to get in. It's an app. You have to have an
You
account.
probably pay for it with some sort of device that's integrated into your phone. Or do they just do a retinal scan and they're just in their system now?
They're not there yet. With the retinal
should
scan.
be.
I think it's
know,
driver's
right?
license. I think you have to give your driver's
okay.
license when you set up your account,
Yeah.
or if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
And then when you get there to the door, like it knows that you're there. Or I don't know if you have to. I only went in once in my life. I've never gone in
DVD
since.
showed it to me. It was.
And then you go in, you look, you get what you
Expensive.
want, like a 7-Eleven, like that,
Yeah.
those type
Yeah.
of prices. And then there's just a self checkout. You check out, leave. But yeah, it's unstaffed basically.
Yeah.
Somebody comes in, does inventory. I don't know when, but then they're open 24/7.
yeah,
Fascinating.
it's very convenient, but you pay for that convenience.
like most things in life.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. So there's that. But you're right. Everything, you just go outside and it's all there for you.
that's the beauty of living in downtown Edmonton.
Correct. There's also some detractors as of right now, but
There's challenges everywhere, though. You know, like, do we talk sports on this program, or just about
Sometimes.
living like urban real estate and lifestyle? It's like a lifestyle.
we have an election
show.
coming up. Do you know?
We've got 2 hours to kill.
That's true.
We got to find a way to fill that time.
That is a
It's not like
long-
there was enough sports this weekend to talk about, but
That was a long time.
Yeah, did anything
nothing
happen?
happened. No, nothing.
Anything at
ever.
all?
But I mean, everywhere I think is struggling to some extent with the issues that Edmonton is.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys obviously are a little more keenly aware of it because of where you live.
That's a very nice way to describe it.
Yeah, but you go anywhere and it's, you know, when I was on the road with the team, same thing in Winnipeg, same thing in Regina,
I saw it in Calgary.
Calgary.
Yeah.
There's lots of challenges everywhere. So
Yeah.
we just need Maddie for mayor 2029.
2030.
You're making him think.
What year is it?
It's every 5 years. Isn't
That's
it?
right.
Did municipal go every 5 years?
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2030.
I'll start the campaign in 29.
You're just door knocking every day for 5 years. That'd be
Gene
exhausting.
Principe is a great campaign manager.
It would be great to see him come to your door. Yeah, October 21st, we'll start the campaign. I'll start knocking, and my goal is to knock on every door in the city of Edmonton.
This council needs to go. They just started yesterday. They haven't even started.
I haven't even been elected, sworn in or anything like that. But no, this council, they're just not getting things done.
Matt wanted the ultimate cynic just in there immediately.
5-year campaign.
They'll be the greatest.
You better win. You better win a seat or the mayor's seat. Nanny diddle.
This is the EST Hangout. It is presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada Store's experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider. Be sure to buy Canadian. Feast of Savings. It's on until October 31st. Check them out, sentinel.ca for more info on that. To find their social pages, which has more info, or find a convenient location nearest you. Okay, if we want to talk sports, where do we want to begin? Is it Blue Jays?
Yeah. You don't want to drop the Blue Jays lose.
Series ain't over.
The Blue Jays lose again.
Series ain't over.
Okay.
You're a Jays fan?
I was listening to these clowns on the way in, and they were talking Jays, and I had to turn it off for a few minutes, reset, and then I turned it back on. It's been pretty frustrating the last 2 games, no question. They've been awful. Seattle's a really good team, and they've played well, but Toronto's just been absolutely horrendous in all regards. Like, there's been no redeeming. The only redemption was in last night's game when they fell back 3-0, and then they chipped and were able to tie it up and then made it a game there for a while, and then obviously they imploded. But it's been, it's just been sports being sports sometimes.
Have they been overconfident, Dahmer, in your opinion, or are they just
They just can't
outmatched?
hit a baseball.
Crazy how that changes.
Yeah, and I don't think the overconfidence necessarily translates to the plate. I just think they've been outmatched, and they've had some guys who have gone absolutely ice cold. Like Vladdy doesn't have a hit in the series, does he?
No.
Nope.
So that's a pretty tough place to start. But what have they done well? They haven't done anything well. Starting pitching hasn't been great.
No.
Bullpen has had some key moments that they let them down, and their hitting just hasn't been what it was in the regular season, which was just wave after wave after wave. And what did Lucas have? 3 hits last night. He was really the only guy who was up there consistently doing anything. So just a recipe to lose baseball games.
Yeah, they tied it yesterday. I guess there's that. After a horrendous first inning, found a way to tie that game back up. There's always going to be that letdown. It was such a big deal to beat the Yankees. Was that a little bit of the World Series for that moment, and then having to get yourself back up to get ready for the Mariners?
Yeah, I'm sure there's there's a little bit of that. I don't know. You get to go to the ALCS if you're the Jays once every decade or so, or if that, right? There's a huge streak in between. So if you can't reset and get excited for the next series, that's problematic. Very problematic, because I could tell you as soon as that Yankee series was over. And I mean, I wasn't that excited. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a couple days off and then let's go and win another game, right? So that's very cliche, but that has to be the mentality, because as fun as the season has been, winning the AL East on the last day of the regular season, beating the Yankees in the ALDS, that's all fun and games, but you don't get to do this very often.
Mm-hmm.
So if they've had a hard time resetting for this series, that would be a difficult thing to sort of come to light. I just think for whatever reason, their bats haven't been great. And I mean, a number of those guys down the stretch weren't very good until the last series of the year against Tampa, right? Like, Kirk was awful in September. He was great in that last series, and then he's fallen off again. So they just haven't had that same consistency that they had earlier in the season. And the signs were there in September that they were faltering a little bit.
The door opened where the Yankees almost got the division title.
Well, exactly.
Right.
I mean, it felt like it was in the bag.
Yeah.
5 weeks out from the end of the regular season, and they let other teams get in there. And I mean, give them credit. They pulled it out when they needed to, but they made it a lot more difficult than they had to. And that's because they just weren't playing that well at that point of the season. And if you don't get, some star performances from a few guys in that Tampa series, you don't win the division, and we might not even be talking about them in the ALDS, let alone the ALCS. So
Quickly, it is 4 years, so it'd be Iwanyk.
That's what I thought.
I thought it changed, but it went 4 to. I thought it went 4 to 5, but it went from 3 years to 4 years. Okay, now this series isn't over. I will be one that says that right off the bat. But let's say the Jays don't come back because Aidan O'Neill says only 3 teams have ever won a best of 7 going down 2-0 at home.
They blew a sweetheart scenario going into this
But this
series.
is a great season still. No,
Yeah, no, it is. There's no
like this
question
is
about
we're
it.
in gravy time.
They
if
were
you're
the
Jays.
worst team in the division last year, and they sucked. I remember we went to Seattle last summer to see them play the Mariners, and you buy the tickets early and you plan the trip, and you're like, it's gonna be a great series. They're gonna be in the mix here, and it was a terrible season. It was a write-off year. So yeah, it's a successful season because you win anytime you win the division in baseball, it is a successful season. They had the best record in the American League, right? That's a success. They win a playoff series. They win a game, let alone a series, for the first time in a long time. So these are all successful things.
Well, and the way the season started, where what the
weren't very
expectation was,
Yeah.
this is going to be another miserable season.
Correct, right. So
The players shouldn't have that mentality, but I think no matter what, in the end, there'll be a disappointment if the Jays were to lose this series.
of course, but I
But I think afterwards it'll be.
all other metrics, it's going to be a successful season, and it's going to be a successful season on the business side of things for
Oh, you think?
for the ownership
For a
too.
few reasons on that one.
Yeah.
TV included.
Yes.
They get a new TV deal?
No, they just getting huge ad revenue from this.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's 3 million people watching these games.
Yeah.
And Rogers will, because they also own the TV outlet.
That's right.
They could
They don't
charge
have
a
to pay.
lot. They get a bunch of money, and it's the years when, like, I remember a number of years ago when everyone was expecting the Jays to get back there. You know, Rogers was expecting big money for that. Jays missed the playoffs, and Rogers was out of big money because they had the expectation they're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to make all this money. There's a lot of money that comes to Rogers' pockets with the Jays playoff runs. A lot, and then that's just from a TV side. Then you have the baseball side of it with ticket sales and all that, jersey sales, all that.
That's
There's
the secondary stuff.
Yeah.
all across. Yeah, they rake in money. when the Jays make.
That
playoffs.
I was reading up on the A's, and they're going to play a couple of games at the AAA ballpark in Vegas next year, a couple series, and I saw some progress on their stadium, and they're like, there was a news report that said they're not sure where the funding's coming from, but construction continues at the former Tropicana site where the A's are slated to start playing in 2028 or whatever it is. And I'm thinking to myself, if any Major League Baseball owner, conglomerate, single owner, ever cries poor, they are so full of BS. So full of BS. Baseball is a license to print money. Tampa, same thing. Like they try to rope in Montreal and get people excited. Canada, they're going to get a team back. No. So Rogers making this huge killing off of the Jays this year. Great. Good for you, Rogers. But I will never, ever feel bad for a baseball owner.
And Rogers has done everything right, to give him credit, right?
Yeah.
They buy the team, they buy the facility, they totally overhaul the facility. They make it a great place to be. I was there, took the family on a vacation there for opening day this year. We saw 2 games. They lost both to Baltimore. But anyways, the rest of the season was good. They've done a tremendous job, like retrofitting that place to make it feel like a ballpark. And I mean, it presents well on television now.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it
But
does.
it actually feels good in the building too. It's one thing to look great when the roof is open and you see the inner bowl and all that sort of stuff, but to walk around and actually experience it, they've done a nice job. And I mean, it costs lots of money to do that. They make lots of money. It's
Yep.
you know, you've got telecom and banking in this country that has a lot of cash. And it's no coincidence that TD, you know, is the number one partner with the Blue Jays in terms of a corporate. Like, that's where the money is. So kudos to them for putting the money in, because they know that if they have a good baseball team and people come to the park and people watch on TV, they'll make money.
Yes.
They've realized that. They're not going to have the same return if the club is mediocre. Even with the enhancements they made to the stadium. So you put money in, you get money out. You know, that's the recipe for them.
Well, the last number of years, they've had a top 10 payroll in baseball, I believe.
Yeah. It's a big
Like
market.
they spend.
Yeah.
It's the 4th biggest market in North America.
It's just as big as Chicago, I believe.
Yeah, it's right up there. Because
Yeah.
there's New York, LA, Chicago,
Houston, Arizona, or Phoenix is about 5-6 million.
And
as well.
Toronto's right in the mix there.
Yeah.
So there's no reason they shouldn't be spending money.
Yeah. It does look really good. And it's about time. Did you ever go before when it was still a multi-purpose facility and you'd be looking this way at home plate, but you're facing like right field, and you're like, this something's weird about it. Then you go to an actual ballpark, and the seats are actually facing home plate. They have that now. This is good.
It's really good. It's an excellent place to watch a game now, and you always know you're going to get one. So
Good.
And to that money, like it's when Ohtani situation was happening, I was also just trying to like, why would Ohtani, like trying to figure all that out. But it was one that like the rumors were that if the Jays got Ohtani, Rogers was ready to throw the keys on the table for the NHL because of the amount of money that they were going to make from having Ohtani there,
right,
with their TV broadcast, and then knowing that they'd get the Japanese money and then try to expand their telecommunications into Japan and stuff like that. Like the money was going to be massive where all that was. And Jay's like Rogers. That's where the money is. Like it is true. Like the baseball owners, they find a way to make the money and the extra money on that. And it's going to be funny though, because what they're projecting potential lockout/strike in 2 years.
Oh, great.
Is that what it is?
Lovely.
yeah, I mean, that's the constant battle.
But there's talk now of wanting the salary cap or whatever in baseball, like getting now to a point where there's a salary cap.
Yeah, I would be careful what you wish for to some extent, because the big markets in baseball drive that sport more than any other sport. It's New York, LA, Boston's not as big a market, but
But when the Red Sox are
right, so it's a little bit different than the other sports. And the other thing is it truly is to some extent. I mean, I think it is. Baseball more than any other sport is the depth of your overall organization, right? I mean, you look at a guy like Savage.
Yeah.
He went through every single level of minor league baseball this year to get to major leagues. So he's a great example of the depth of your overall organization in terms of the talent pool gives you a chance to be competitive. I mean, we've seen it so many years with Tampa Bay. Oakland obviously was very, very good for an extended period of time with no money. So you can still do it in baseball because it's a little bit different. It's certainly not the NBA. It's not the NHL in that regard.
what they need is a salary floor more than anything.
A floor, I would agree with that.
They need a floor.
Yeah.
They need to force some owners to be like, no, you got to start spending.
Yeah,
you
that
got to
would be
you got to
Oakland.
bring
That-
your money up and start be trying to
Days,
field a little bit more. Of
Tampa.
even Pittsburgh is a team like you've
Pittsburgh's
got a
been
Paul
awful,
Skeens. You better build a team around this guy because I think more people are thinking it's more likely that he's going to be like, I'm done. And a few years and he'll rather go as opposed to, no, you should be building a team around Paul Skeens if you're Pittsburgh, but they don't like spending money. And that's the thing that they need more than anything.
I would agree with that.
You've got to spend to this money each year. And if you're not spending to this money, sell the franchise.
If you're the Players Association, you're obviously loving that conversation because I'm arguing be careful with a salary cap structure in this sport and have a floor. So you've got this minimum, you've got no ceiling. So they would absolutely
No, they'd love that.
Let's go right now. Let's sign it right now.
one.
Yeah.
But that's where I think maybe the salary cap thing comes in. But then I don't know where you'd set that number at or whatever. Watch, they'll get a more NBA salary cap though, which is more fluctuating and you
Right.
don't understand how it works.
At what number does the luxury tax kick in baseball right now?
Just over 100, isn't it?
So LA, New York, the Mets, I'm assuming Chicago. We've got teams that are paying into the luxury tax here.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Jays would be close.
The threshold was 241 million.
241. Wow.
Teams over the limit by more than 40 million face a 62.5% tax rate and may have their picks drop down. Who's over that?
Dodgers.
Yeah. Mets now
Mets probably would be up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Soto. I would assume the Yankees, weren't the Yankees always into the luxury?
They were always.
They were, but they've Hal Steinbrenner for the last number of years has been trying to cut salary.
Interesting.
He's been wanting to go lower and lower. So I know well. So this is a graphic since 2003. Back in 2003 it was just the Yankees. Then you had Angels, Red Sox, Yankees for a period. There's a couple years that was only the Yankees. But it's shot up since 2022. There's a number of teams. 2024 had Yankees, Dodgers, Texas, Phillies, Mets, Houston, Cubs, Atlanta, Giants. I don't know about this year.
I think the owners are doing good money-wise in general if they're just willing to go past
yeah,
the cap and into the luxury tax territory.
It's an open secret. You make your money as an owner in professional sports in the largest way when you sell the club.
Yeah.
It's the valuation of the team. That's when you make your money. So, I mean, some of these guys want to make money. Some of them don't want to make money. for a variety of tax purposes, right?
Well, it could be a huge tax write-off for some of them.
Well, that's the
with other
thing.
ventures that they have.
I mean, I've heard from people sort of secondhand that have been involved in sports ownership groups or worked, with somebody who was owning the team on sort of like a secondary business. And they were explicit. You will lose money this year. Spend as much as you need to lose money. I need you to lose money. So please go out and do that. That would be a great marching order for me. I'm great at spending money.
I'll spend.
You spend it in the marketing department, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit more at play than just, break even or make money.
And we're here to market for you.
Yes,
Yes. We'll take your money.
absolutely. You guys should take their money. And it's well invested.
Thank you.
Sentinel, great investment to have
Yes.
the hangout, particularly today when the entertainment value is so high. But yeah, it's a great product. Who's screaming out there?
That's Dusty. There was a game of basketball earlier. I don't think there's a game of basketball going on right
They've
now.
reignited the Tecmo League somewhat.
I have heard that.
Yeah.
Well, it said it just on his shirt.
Oh, yes.
That was a giveaway.
Yes.
He was wearing a Tecmo shirt, wasn't
But
he?
I don't know if anyone's planned a game yet for today.
Well, Hernan's in now. Maybe him and Hernan are playing.
I don't know how many more games left they have against each other.
Is this
in
season
play.
almost done? This
I have
season
no
has
idea.
dragged on forever, it feels like.
Well, we did move, and it kind of killed the season.
I haven't seen
It's a spring league?
It's
It'll
in-
never last.
In the heart of
it's
fall.
a spring, summer, fall, winter league all wrapped
okay.
into one. It takes that long to play
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep. It's like a soccer season.
I don't know what's going on with it. I'm part of this league, and I don't know what's going on. I should look at that soon.
Yeah.
I got to get some games.
Usually you're in command of this.
Well, yeah, I'm usually in command because no one else does it.
That's right.
Yeah. I
This
feel like
somebody's got
Matty
to.
is just like got his tentacles on everything at EST. He knows he has eyes and ears in every room. He probably does. He's probably bugged the rooms.
Yep. He has an
Well,
acute
two of
ear.
the rooms for sure have microphones.
Well, that makes it easy. So you just always have a little hot mic action going.
We do have 3 cameras that are installed that have,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
audio to it and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I could know when people are coming in and leaving this building.
Yeah.
So you don't need a time card here because you're just constantly watching the surveillance.
Just we don't need
You just-
security.
you
I'm
just have a
security.
little notebook
I go
and
home
just
and I
like-
just stare.
Reed Wilkins.
No, you've got a second screen experience, and it's just the security cameras of the building.
It ain't that fun. I'll tell you that much.
What about on
I do.
What
want
about on
time cards.
weekends?
I actually legit have
You
looked
should.
into the. Well, oh no, sorry. I was swipe cards to get in and out of the building.
No, old school time
You
cards.
want
that gets
to punch in,
punched
punch out?
You would
Dusty
have,
and I once a month sit down and look at all the cards to see who's coming in, who's
of the
coming
people
out.
that work here, I guarantee you that no one would use those.
That's correct.
This is a very loose staff.
But everyone's committed, Dahmer.
You
Very
are committed.
Reed would, Jay would.
Good locker room guys, those two.
Yeah, they would. Which would then extend to then some others would start doing it because they're doing it. And then Dusty and I could be like, these guys doing it. Why aren't you guys doing it?
Because for me, let's use me as an example. Like today is a split shift, essentially. If we're going to get into the minutia of this, come in, do the hangout, go do show prep for pre and post on location. Got to set up, got to grab the gear. I'm reminding myself of this in real time right now. I forgot I left it in our storage area. And then I'll be at BP's Westgate, where we're going to be on location for pre and post today from 3. I'll get there probably about 3, set up, talk to Tony and Curtis, say hi to the staff, and then do the show, watch the game, probably get out of there. Game's at 5, should be over about 8-ish. Probably get out of there at 10 o'clock. There's no punch card to punch in at BP Westgate. I'd have to handwrite that.
Yeah. Well, no, Matty would show up probably with one as you
punch
walked
box?
in.
Tommy, you need to
walk
sign
out.
in. Yeah. Okay.
Drive here, punch in, drive there, do the show, come back, punch out. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Did you punch out?
Yeah, I'll get right onto that. Yeah.
I got Oilers lines, which we can get to
Let's
right away.
go.
Here.
Oh,
But-
nothing lights my fire like Oilers lines.
I want to just quickly end on the Jays. What are they? What needs to happen for them to turn this around? Outside, like John Schneider also needs to just have a little bit better. It seems. Well, Kevin Gosman probably too soon.
Yeah, that was bad.
Who they Scherzer game 4? Who goes game 3?
Bieber's game 4, I thought.
Yeah, no, Bieber's game 3.
Bieber's 3, Scherzer 4.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about that on
Bieber's-
broadcast
what
last
day
night.
is it today? Tuesday.
Tuesday games tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow night. What needs to happen?
What's the turnaround
yeah.
for them to get this back?
I mean, the key for them is to string together some hits and have some discipline at the plate. That's the simple thing. Like I think that's where it starts because they're just getting out. They're getting out slugged. Obviously, pitching, blah 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 blah. But they got it. Singular. Vladdy's got to get a hit in the series. I guarantee you, if Vladdy doesn't get a hit in the series, they don't win.
The Blue Jays lose.
Take that to the bank. So I mean, those guys. He's got to get some. They've got to get some production from those guys. The top end of their order is the simplest way because they've gotten some contributions from some other guys, but yeah,
What's your confidence level for the series now?
that they'll win the
that
series.
they'll come back and win this series.
I would put it at 0.
You think they're done?
I think they'll lose in 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Speaking of that whole Yankees lose thing, on Saturday on the sidelines, a bunch of Bombers fans that were in row 1, whenever I went to the Winnipeg side would just keep screaming it. At first, I thought it was funny, but they kept doing it. And I was like,
They kept
all
yelling
right.
the Yankees lose?
Yeah.
Or the CFL game?
Yeah. No, it was very
nothing to
bizarre.
do with
And
the
they were
Elks,
all
so
wearing
they-
Bombers gear.
Okay.
I mean, that tells you everything you need to know.
Would you guys like some Oilers
yes.
There's a
lines?
lot
Not
of
really, but okay.
there's a lot of answers that come out of Winnipeg from the whole operation, including their fan base. So, you know,
They're
it's,
at the tippy top of the
hey,
sports world right now, in their
you get to
opinion.
enough Grey Cups and lose enough times, you've got lots of answers.
Oh, I'm
They are a
glad you're
scary
here.
team for getting to the Grey Cup still for me, even though I don't know who they are. Just because they know how to win in the playoffs.
They also found ways to lose this year.
I know, but once the playoffs come, it
I mean,
seems
if
like they're
they get,
different.
if
When
they're
it's a
the
great, as
crossover
long as
team,
Yeah, good
that
point.
has all the makings of the first West-West Grey Cup, which would be fun.
I like Davis Alexander's Als though too much.
Yeah, he's good. He's excellent.
And that team's really
Sorry,
good.
you're supposed to get to the lines.
No.
Yeah,
No,
I'm on the edge of my seat. Let me get to the edge of my seat here.
McDavid in between Draisaitl and Mangiapane. Nuge in between Savoy and Roslovic. Frederick in between Podkolzin and Kapanen. Henrique centering Howard and Tomaszek. I think I'm getting that close.
That's pretty good.
Philp, Lazar, Janmark with IR, I guess, is skating as well. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Stetcher, Kulak, Amberson with Woolman skating, who's IR, so he won't be good to go. Would you like to know who? Oh, absent, Regula. Would you like to know who the starting goalie is?
Yeah,
Would you like to guess?
Stu Skinner.
Yeah, I would say it's probably him.
It is Stu Skinner.
Yep. Well, he is and has been declared the starting goalie by the head coach of the team. So I don't know. I was listening to the boys on the morning show, and they were having a debate about who should start this game. People were suggesting ride the hot hand, but a guy who faced 15 shots and none of them all that threatening, I don't know if you could deem that the hot hand. Good job stopping. Like Pickard was solid for them, no doubt about it. But
I mean, if you were pulling something out of the oven, it would be so cold that you would need an oven mitt with 15 shots, right?
well said. Yes,
So,
But the dish got cooked.
but the dish got cooked
it got cooked. It was a
You got
delicious
the
meal.
W and you still got the dish being cooked.
at
They
like a
didn't eat it.
super low temperature. What was it? Was
it was a
maybe
quiche.
just like taking the chill off of something because your microwave was broken?
In the end, it was the win. You can't he got the win, so I get that. To me,
He's
it was
solid.
an interesting one just because Knobloch said that it was a scheduled start for Pickard.
Yeah.
So that's where, to me,
Yeah.
this one was an interesting because if he went to Pickard today, then it was like, hey, you're BSing us on Saturday.
Right.
It wasn't
Exactly.
a scheduled start. You are going with the guy who last won the hot hand.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it is Skinner, then it's like, this is fully just scheduled.
Yeah, I don't think you're at hot hand mode right now. I think you're at have a plan, execute it, and over a set period of time, and then have another conversation about what the next cycle is.
Yep. What Stu are you getting this year? Last year's Stu or the guy that looked very promising as a potential starter?
Right. And you're not going to know for a while, so
Yeah.
you better give him a chance to figure it out.
Well, I would
Good
say he's
logic.
got 2 weeks here.
That short?
Pickard's got 2 games coming up. They do back-to-back this upcoming weekend, back-to-back the weekend after.
Correct.
If Skinner has a little bit of struggles and Pickard looks good in those 2 games, I think Knobloch's hands will be like, hey, we got to start going to Skinner a little bit more, or Pickard a little bit more.
Fair. I understand
Because now,
that.
like you have we can see on the schedule where approximately it's going to be one of those two games. Pickard's going to come in the lineup. So if this guy goes out there and he pulls in 3 wins and is looking solid, and you have any sort of falters and struggles, I think you give the coach a very easy opportunity to be like, you want to know something? We got to start playing Pickard a bit more.
What is interesting is to see how actively some fans are to just will Stu Skinner to failure.
It's weird.
It's
actually
bizarre.
genuinely strange to me. You've got a player who grew up here, developed here, had some really, really great moments here, and all of a sudden they've just latched on to him as the guy that's got to go.
It's incredible.
I don't get it,
Yeah.
frankly. And particularly you understand it from in terms of spotlight perspective with that position, but a goalie is you're going to have to give him a chance to either show you or not show you. And it's not fair to give him 2-3 games and say, he's done. Right? Like, it's just not how it works. It's no different than if you have a starting pitcher, right? And they go and they have 2 or 3 bad performances. And it's, the start of May and you're like, we're going to have to call somebody up or send him down. He's done. Like, he's never going to pitch again. So, yeah, it's, some people like, I've got a few friends like this. They enjoy it when the most important players on their team struggle because it gives them something just to nitpick, to talk about. And they almost want the team to suck. And I really have a hard time with those fans. Like, that's like me starting the year with the Jays. I really hope they finish last in the AL East again so we can fire John Schneider. That's what I want to get out of this season.
Do you like that team?
What is wrong with you?
Right.
Like, why are we jumping on Stuart Skinner at this point of the season and making a proclamation that he's the worst goaltender to ever play in the NHL? Because there are people out there who feel that way.
Because the flip side for those fans, who's
going to play goal?
Well, if you lose this battle to win the ultimate war, that you're never going to win the war with Stuart Skinner, so it might as well lose a little battle so he falls
here's
out.
Here's the secret that I'm starting to understand to some degree, and the war is the moment.
The war is the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, well, that's definitely not going to be decided in October, and it's not going to be decided by singularly Stuart Skinner's performance. So the Oilers are best served if Stuart Skinner has a really good year. So they better see where he's trending early in the season, I guess, is the sort of synopsis of that.
Yeah, in the end, the Oilers management, I don't think, is fully going to make a decision until... Well, I guess we'll see what they can do at the deadline, but it's just still difficult to see what they can do cap-wise. Just when you combine what Skinner and Pickard are making...
Who are you going to get?
That's, and for that... But they're going to judge Skinner and Pickard through the playoffs again. That's when the season begins.
On Wednesday, post-game show after the 8-round shootout loss, where the Oilers had a power play in overtime and failed to convert, there were already people texting in on the post-game show saying, call up Ingram, get Skinner out of here, Ingram, Pickard the rest of the way. I'm going, okay, here we go.
That would make for a really long season.
Yeah.
If that's your goaltending duo.
Yeah.
So,
or Ingram looks great, and him and Pickard.
He hasn't played since like January.
Hey, people didn't think Pickard was going to be anything, and then he got called up, and he became a backup goalie in the NHL. No one was expecting. The same thing was said by this guy's. Look, maybe Ingram's the guy.
There's probably people out there thinking, who gives us who's going to better chance of getting the Vezina this year, Skinner or Pickard? I go with Pickard. He's definitely Vezina material. Like he's a really good backup goaltender.
Yeah.
So.
When he struggles mightily, but when he's good, anyway. Bronco Nick texting in 780-218-9999 says, Tommy, Skinner's doing the heavy lifting on his exit. 1 game in, 1 bad goal. Let's see if he is solid tonight.
It was a concerning goal, though. Because Reed pointed out, that's not a goaltending technique issue. That is, and there's a mental error there. And that's you froze in a big moment.
Yeah, he certainly did.
In game 1 where there's a lot of pressure on him, he's got to know there's a lot of pressure on him, and you freeze like that.
That was bad. That was really bad.
To me, that's this is concerning thing of, are you going to freeze when it matters?
Okay, so a stupid, terrible mistake in the first game of the year, you still walk out of there with a point, and you're going, Can't have him play a goalie for us for the rest of the year. This guy sucks. Get him out of here. After one boneheaded play.
But it's
Calvin Pickard literally gave away a goal in Seattle his last start of the preseason, which was a week prior.
Well, it's preseason.
Literally gave it away.
No one cares.
It was preseason. But I'm
Did
just
he give
saying.
away a goal on Saturday?
No, but the goal he let in wasn't particularly great.
Right, but like my point is just like because it's not going to be Pickard that's leading this team to a Stanley Cup this year.
Right.
If somebody it is Skinner, but that is a worrisome moment for me. Is that like if this was his 10th game of the season,
That was a crappy
you could live
goal.
with that. You could allow,
That was awful.
but there's so much pressure. Game one, you'd expect him to come out there and be fully focused for that first game, and you have a lapse like that.
Yep.
That I'm concerned about. That if you get to a playoffs, what's to say he's now if you get into a game 7 of a series, that you're not going to be like, well, he's going to have a lapse like that again. In a high pressure moment, just like game 1 was for him, he had that lapse.
It's game 1 of the regular season. He started 2 games in the preseason. I'm letting him dust that one off, and I let him get back up and go and figure out his game.
I don't think you.
That's too logical. Please,
I apologize.
Don't speak that kind
let me be more.
But that is
irrational.
an interesting thing.
score?
That's not a getting the feel of the season going. That's just instinct. And you don't have the instinct in that moment.
It was a terrible play. Goalies make oopses all the time. Mike Smith used to serve up a deep dish Chicago style pizza once every 10 games.
And how many Stanley Cups did they win with Mike Smith?
None.
Exactly.
They
I
went
don't know.
further with Stu Skinner twice.
Yeah, but that's like, so your example there is someone who doesn't win a Stanley
But
Cup.
people
either.
like Mike Smith here. He was a battler. He battled hard.
As a goalie. As a
like
goalie. No
That's
less.
fair, but
Yeah.
it's mental
silly.
lapses like that on a high pressure. There's something that I'm going to be worried about when the games matter. And there's not going to be many regular season games this year that are going to matter that much outside of towards Stuart Skinner. And then game 1.
I don't think game 1 matters that much.
What was the
It
score
absolutely
there?
does
What
when
was
it
the score
comes
of the
to
home
trying
opener
to
last year?
impart
6-0 for the visiting team.
to create
And that held them back from making it to the Stanley Cup final.
Evidently not.
the confidence level of your management, your coaching staff. There should have been a added pressure.
I don't even
for game
think
1.
you believe what you're saying right now.
I do. I absolutely. I think
It's a
there's-
script, everybody.
Yeah.
I can see it on his phone.
Look, I've had this car. Cass and I were talking about
What
this
are we
on
doing here,
Saturday
Matty?
as well. We both said like that on game 1 is the problem that you can't have that.
I would much rather, if I was a coach, a GM, whatever, my goalie who's under the gun and in the spotlight screw up like that in game 1, but not in game 100. Like, I'd give him that one. I give him grace.
I went, but there's no game 100 of the regular season. There's only 82 games of the regular season. I don't want it happening in the playoffs.
You're the guy that says regular season's essentially an 82-game preseason. And you're
is.
giving me this garbage right now?
No, it is, but
But
that's
it was
where
the first. It was the first.
there's a
load
lot of
garbage in the
pressure
regular
on this
season.
goal. So I'm
he
for
effed
looking
up, okay?
Yeah, and I now have fears that when it matters in the
Well,
playoffs,
if it
he's
took
going
you
to
the
F up.
regular season opener to have fears about that, then you haven't been watching him in the past too.
It's not the
So-
right season, but it's. I'm translating for this season there that like there was pressure on Stuart Skinner in game 1. There was.
Come on.
You don't think there was pressure
Come
of Stuart
on.
Skinner that no? We're all focused on Stuart Skinner. Where there was what was the conversation beside McDavid contract going into this game 1? It was
Game 1
goaltending.
of every season is a crapshoot. Roll the dice. Anything can happen.
But this wasn't just a technical error. That, okay, he's shaking off the rust of his play. This was a complete mental lapse where he froze on
We're
the ice.
overblowing this goal.
So when it matters in the playoffs, that's when it's going to matter next. Because you may not think so. There was a lot of pressure from the fan base going into this one, and probably from
No, I think so.
from the
I
team
think
because they brought in Connor Ingram
it's
for
a
a
bit
reason.
much sometimes when you think game 1 and you go and look at that and go, he doesn't have it after the first game because he
It's
makes
not
a
he
blunder
doesn't
like that.
have it. It's
Well,
there's a
what?
concern that okay, fine. Then
Of
it's
course
all
there's
good.
a concern.
Well, that's the thing.
There's concern about the Oilers' goaltending.
Yes.
There's no question because the rest of their team is so good.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Because that's the glaring thing that there are question marks around.
Yes.
But you won't answer the questions unless you let the guy play.
Right.
And you better
Absolutely.
let him play and not get fixated on a singular moment for
Now,
too long.
I
If you're-
100% agree with that.
If you're the management / coaching staff, you're going, Stu, good or bad? That one is a huge bad. So there's a big check mark under bad in his scorecard right now.
Yes.
Let's see if he can add up some good check marks.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's all I'm saying here. There's a huge bad there, which will be on the mark as you go into playoffs.
I think
I'm not
it'll
saying you
easily
get rid of
fade
Stuart
away.
Skinner.
That scar will heal by the time we
Okay.
get to game 10.
Yes, if
Yeah.
it hasn't already healed.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Stuart Skinner's thinking about that moment
No.
anymore.
And
He
if he
should
gets
be.
He should be.
a bouncing puck that comes into
Shouldn't
him,
be.
Okay,
he
good.
covers it
Shouldn't.
next time.
Good, Maddie. I misheard you. I
You
was
have
ready
to be going
walk
on to
up.
the next game
I'm
there.
ready to just throw this microphone and get out of here if you said he should be thinking about that moment.
Smash
No,
a
you
window
gotta
on
be
the way
moving
out.
on.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
No, come on. That's ridiculous. Luke in Cowtown says, every year the fans elect a player to use as a scapegoat, whether it's right or not. This year it's Skinner. Last year it was Nurse. And it got quiet on the Nurse front last season because he put together a respectable regular season.
And there were probably some curmudgeons who were like, going into the season, Nurse was the person that they were going to watch, and they were watching to probably struggle. Has a great year. Yeah, he had a good year.
Yeah. But I do $5 million. That's not good enough. That's, yeah, for like $7 million, that would have been fine.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it, though. This
Yeah.
is why it's fun. That's why
Good point.
an outlet like this exists, is because people are so passionate, and sometimes it makes no sense.
Well said. Well said. Dirty Dawn gets in there, says goaltending decision, I say, is made by American Thanksgiving. This one.
But that one, I don't know what they can do. I know everyone's they want them to go make a trade for a goalie.
For who? You're not getting Binnington. He's not shaking loose.
But I want to take the player out of it. What cap can you do that with? Because Skinner and Pickard
right.
combined is not a lot.
They're stuck.
That's the thing. Like this year, you are with this to me, unless you're bringing up Ingram and Ling lights things up. Like that's the only other thing I can
That's
see.
the only way you get lucky with
Or
somebody
who are you
overperforms.
moving off of the books to be able to get that other goalie that then we could discuss which goalie it is, because the money just doesn't work this season. This is all about the summer to me when it comes to goaltending.
I would agree with that. That's when they've got to be eyes wide open to that. You have the cards that you've been dealt. In some cases, you dealt yourself, and you're going to be playing with them, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You get as much as you can out of it. You hope that Stuart Skinner, ideally, heads into the playoffs playing well, performs at an adequate level, and the rest of your team is able to do what they need to.
$3.6 million between those two goalies.
I mean, that's
You're not
a sneeze
replacing
in the NHL.
Well,
Yes.
and that's just where you're not going to be able to get another
No.
goalie that fits in that. Like if to do that, okay, Skinner goes. Let's say that's 2.6.
Cool.
But what's that cost of that other goalie? And how much cap space do the others
And
have?
how good are they? Right? How good is another $2.6 million goaltender?
That's why, like, to me, if there is a decision made by management of we need a new goalie, that's what they say. They'll be like, well, we'll deal with this at the draft/summer.
Raider Jesse basically wrote us a short novel in his explanation of Skinner. I don't know if we have the time to go there. Dirty
still have an
Don.
hour.
Dirty Don wants Sorokin. This text says, as you said, Oilers management will figure it out as they are more educated to do so versus some fan that has zero training except drink you get the game and shouting, why do we think putting players under pressure helps them play? And then, okay, I'll read Raider Jesse's short story. He's very passionate about this. Raider Jesse says, I can explain it. I don't believe Skinner is good enough to be a starter on a cup winner. It has nothing to do about wanting the team to suck or Skinner. It's knowing that the sooner he is replaced, then we can find the right guy now, or right guy now. It's called making smart bets. Saying the best thing for Skinner to be great is fine. It's also best if it to rain diamonds, but it isn't likely. Sending Skinner out there is like sending me out to a limbo contest. You got to cheer for the effort, but Lord knows we aren't the cream of the crop. Raider Jesse's a big fellow. That's what he means by that. The Oilers are back-to-back defending Stanley Cup champions. If they have slightly above average goaltending, that's the issue. I would disagree with them being back-to-back Stanley Cup champions just based on goaltending. They couldn't score in the first Stanley Cup final until they are desperate in Game 4. And then they lit up Bobrovsky, and then the game that mattered most, they could only get one.
They just got beat by a team that's just wave after wave after wave after wave.
And then
had
last year,
slightly better goaltending.
yeah, last year I don't think a better goalie would have helped Edmonton win. Florida was just,
No, they just
even
got
better
overpowered.
than the year before. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bronco Next says flip Varlamov for Skinner if it has to happen this year. Best choice is wait for next summer. Effectively, you're wasting this year. Denver Broncos have 30 sacks so far this year through 6 games. FYI.
Flip Varlamov?
Yeah, I would stay far away from that.
Well,
Hans Shorkoff. Here's the beauty of all of the goaltending discussion. Hans Shorkoff texts and says, Oilers fans want Sorokin. Meanwhile, Isles Twitter is talking about having a Sorokin problem so far this year.
There you go.
This one says the
this is
Sorokin
only
one is a
2.75.
head scratcher for me. How do you dump that much cap? What's the acquisition cost? Pretty sure they don't have the assets to acquire that player. If anyone can give me the answer to that, I would love to hear it.
he's got a long contract, too, as a 30-year-old.
Yep. Another one just says, fans wanted Gibson. How would that look?
How has Gibson been?
Well, he got absolutely torched in his first game, his debut with the Wings. I think it was, 5 goals on like 18 shots in 37 minutes of work.
Yeah, and we'd be having the same conversation if he was here.
And Talbs went in and mopped up 4 saves on 4 shots the rest of the way.
He's only played 1 game. He's 0-1. Would you like to guess his save percentage?
That's like 644, isn't it?
It's lower, actually. It's in the 6s, though.
Yeah, I looked at it the other
615.
day. Yeah, there we go.
His goals allowed average, 8.06.
Oof.
All right.
Jay's bullpen ERA.
Yeah, that's not a good start there.
Yeah. A lot of people really wanted him. And now they've shifted their attention to Jordan Binnington, who, by the way, the St. Louis Blues really like and want to have around too.
You would think they would, yes.
Weird, right? We asked Pagnotta about that, and he's like, yeah, he's probably not going anywhere. Binnington.
That makes sense.
Unless Connor McDavid convinces him to request a trade.
Nailed it.
At the Olympics.
Yes, nailed it.
McDavid's going to convince Crosby and
I can get
Binnington to
behind
come to
that.
Edmonton.
That would be awesome. I can't wait for that to happen. You guys record this thing, don't you, on like VHS
Absolutely.
tapes?
Yeah.
You can play the tape back. after
DVDs,
the
actually.
Olympics. DVDs.
Original DVDs.
Blu-rays?
Not even.
Blu-rays.
No, we're not there yet.
Okay. I can see the machine there spinning in the background. Yes.
Yeah.
It's recording as we speak.
Yeah.
Crosby Binnington will come because McDavid will do his secret agent stuff out in Italy
Now,
and get them to request a trade.
What would they? It's over a meal. So let's play this out.
No, a good pasta meal too.
Okay, so they're out over a meal. What do they each order? What kind of dish is
It's-
Binnington eating?
I was just in like family style. You know, of
They go.
something.
Well, yes, because he wants them to join the
He's-
family.
he's-
It's a metaphor. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I like
there's
this.
a good
now
fettuccine
we're
there.
thinking Dahmer. Now
Tell me,
we're
what
thinking-
dish would they have?
They would have a pasta of some sort.
But give
Okay.
me specific. Come on.
I don't know. It would probably be a seafood one that I would
Okay.
I stay
Oh.
far away from.
Ooh.
I don't like seafood.
Or there's just a couple of really good pies, like pizzas.
yeah.
Possible.
Properly done.
Maybe some gnocchi.
Yes.
Delicious.
That is very good. That's
Or-
my son's favorite meal.
Smart man.
Or he just takes them for gelato, legit gelato.
Yeah, with the tiny little spoon stick
Little
things.
spoon.
And they're
They-
all there with their tiny little sticks.
And they're just walking
Yeah.
somewhere, enjoying Italy and just eating their gelato. And,
Having cigarettes, because that's
Con-
what you do
yeah.
when in Europe.
Yeah.
and Connor's just like, Edmonton, it's
Gelato
great.
and cigarettes. That
You
would
know-
be a great story.
Hey, boys, we're having fun. We won 4 nations together. We're going to win this Olympic gold together.
And they cheers the gelato.
What do we...
That's awesome.
And then all of a sudden, we're going to come back from the Olympics, and all the insiders are going to be like, Crosby's wanting out, and Binnington's wanting out.
you can,
out of
yeah,
nowhere.
and you can see the insiders too. They're trying to be serious, and they're telling this story of how it came together. And they're looking into the camera in this pre-recorded thing on Sports Center or whatever. And there's just like, I'm told that the gelato flavor was never disclosed. They're going
They're
work
trying to
the
figure out-
source.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a
The-
signal.
The gelato place would not tell us. They say they're their customers' privacy is theirs,
Yeah,
and they won't give us.
Who would they send to Italy to try and uncover this story after the Olympics, after the trade? They 100% they'd fly somebody there to the gelato shop. Dregs, and he's
Definitely.
sitting there. He's sitting
Well,
at
he
this.
did have
allegedly-
Dreger Cafe.
That's why it's
That's
Dreg.
right,
It has
exactly.
to be
At the
Dregs.
That's a World Championships. they
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah.
So he's there and he's interviewing.
Yeah.
They got B-roll of the gelato shop.
They get the security cameras
Yeah.
of all the security cameras of the area,
but they couldn't
piecing it
determine
together with
the
them
flavor
walking to
based
there.
on the CCTV footage.
And now
It's too
Dregs
hard.
all of a sudden talks with his hands all the time.
And
This
then
is
it's gonna come on. And then all of a sudden, McDavid has convinced Crosby and Binnington to come to the city of Edmonton.
And so it was.
And then the Oilers win 5 cups in a row.
Amazing. We figured
They
it
do
out.
something the 80s Oilers couldn't do. They
That's
do
right.
it in a row.
That's right.
And they did it with gelato.
And then it all started with the gelato out in Italy.
Now we're talking. Oh, man.
Then it's going to be a whole
more fun than
documentary.
ripping on Stuart Skinner.
Then it's going to be a whole documentary.
Well,
Yes.
Well, Skinner would be
it'll be a
gone.
Netflix series.
Do you think it's serious?
That's a full series.
I was going to say
has
this is
to
like
be
a
Netflix
CBC
series.
documentary that runs like a CBC original film for Sunday nights at like 6.
Yeah, that's possible.
Bunch of Canadian
do
actors.
they still do those like Canadian films on CBC?
This will be the return of it.
Oh, awesome.
And then the Canadian Heritage moment will be just the actors as the 3
It'll
eating
be
gelato, and then it will freeze with the 3 gelatos up.
So this film would be underfunded and poorly lit. It's classic Canadian film.
Of course.
But
Nice.
the audio would be good.
Great audio.
We're going to get this done. Well, we should just start working on it because we know it's going to happen.
It's a screenplay. I like it. I'll start writing.
It'll be
it
done.
tomorrow.
They'll start doing it like the Mayfield Dinner Theater. There'll be a run.
Yeah.
We are in the heart of Theater District.
Yep.
So they will have like a 4-month run at the Mayfield Dinner Theater. Of course, gelato will be served there because you can't have that one without the
As one
gelato.
does.
They rename Ice District Gelato District.
You have to.
Oh, the gelato. It's pop-up shops that would open up across Edmonton.
The amount of texts that have come in since this conversation has started is ridiculous.
They've gone up or down?
Oh, a lot of
well,
texts coming in about
that's why
this.
I'm here.
Yes.
What flavor do people
You're
want them to
stirring
have?
up the gelato.
That's
I
right.
love
Yeah.
lemon.
Lemon?
Except I think that's usually more of a sorbet.
Yeah.
Pistachio.
yeah.
I can't go wrong with
pistachio.
pistachio.
This is a good one.
Yeah. Jack Michael says I have the palate of an 80-year-old woman.
Why?
Caramel, pistachio, butterscotch, maple walnut. Those are my favorites.
That just sounds good.
Yeah,
What's Jack's problem?
a lot of things.
It trends
A lot.
elderly, but it can
does.
still be delicious. Big Werther's guy?
I love Werther's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Werther's are great.
They're very
They
good.
do pumpkin spice Werther's now. Awful.
Yeah, pumpkin spice, not for me.
I hate pumpkin spice. Pumpkin awful. Thankful that I don't have to talk about pumpkin pie anymore.
You don't like pumpkin pie?
Disgusting.
I love pumpkin pie.
I don't mind it.
Also would not recommend growing pumpkins in your backyard. Did that this year. Kids wanted pumpkins. A lot of work to get 2 tiny pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns.
How big?
Like this big, like not even a basketball size.
Oh,
like
no.
You go to Safeway or wherever you get your Loblaws downtown and you get this huge pumpkin for like way less work. And the vines go everywhere. It was all over the lawn. Don't recommend. Leave it to
never
the
again.
professionals out in rural Alberta.
Good call.
Avery says
There we
pumpkin
go.
pie is elite. So
Well, I know
Avery
someone who
says
I will
so.
never speak to again. Avery, that is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my life.
here's where I will disagree. I like pumpkin pie. It's delicious.
You guys can go have your pumpkin
But
pie
what I will
club.
where I will say it's not elite is, do you have pumpkin? Can you have pumpkin pie 12 months of the year?
You cannot. And the other
it's-
thing is you can never call a pie elite if it doesn't have a top layer. If its top layer is just whipped cream, that's a weak pie. It's exposed.
Ooh.
The only elite level pies are ones that are enclosed.
I don't know. I do like a good key lime pie.
Not
Pecan.
elite.
But yeah, like pumpkin pie is not something you're pulling out in like June. You're not going
Could
to
you
grocery store
imagine
and buying
having
a
a
pumpkin
pumpkin-
pie. Like
I only
It's 32 degrees outside and you have a slice of pumpkin pie. You're
No.
a sicko.
You are a sicko.
The only type of pie you're having then is apple.
Yeah, apple with a
Peach,
nice
maybe?
slab of ice cream on top. Ooh, yeah.
I do like rhubarb. Then a strawberry rhubarb.
Strawberry rivers.
Blueberry
Yeah, those
pie.
are good.
No one's
Blueberry-
eating pumpkin pie in the summer.
Yeah.
And if they
No,
are,
it's not. It
I want
is
nothing to do with them.
It is a Thanksgiving thing. It's not even something you bring in at Christmas.
No.
It's Thanksgiving.
I just need
This
a
is all we
small
have.
piece of pumpkin pie. I'm good for the year.
Yeah, Avery, in June I'll eat it. That's not like you'll eat it. Do you have it though? Do you go looking for pumpkin pie in June if you're having pie? That's what takes it away from being elite. Apple is good all the time.
That's right. It's
go-to.
Staying power.
Yeah.
I want apple as my starting goaltender. Pumpkin pie,
Very
maybe
consistent.
come in.
Apple pie won't make a mistake in game 1 of a regular season.
Dave gets it. Dave in Section T. Pecan pie. Elite. Oh, yeah.
That's probably like the one pie I'm not a big fan of.
So good.
Not my favorite. But
Apple all day, every day.
see the evolution of this? Gelato, And there's so many layers to this.
We just keep going. How was everyone's Thanksgiving, by the way?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. 2 Thanksgiving meals. One was ham. One was turkey. So you got both the meats.
Good.
Delicious. Relatively relaxing. No swimming lessons. No skating lessons. We did have hockey. It was busy, but good. Cleaned the garage yesterday.
Fun?
I was
Winterized?
thankful for that. I did put some insulation up in some spots.
Excellent.
But mainly I just got rid of a whole bunch of junk that had been compiling since we moved into
It's
the place.
good to purge.
It is good.
Yeah.
You know what? One of my favorite activities is getting relatively, not huge things, but relatively large. Like this coffee table. Beautiful coffee table. Would never do this to it, but something like this, that's a good size. It's nice if it has a little heft. You do a load to the dump and you just yoss that thing into the giant dumpster. I love that. It's therapeutic. I try and accumulate just enough junk so I can do that twice a year.
Twice a year?
Old rain barrel that's cracked. I yossed that thing as far as I could. I was trying to be Cody Fajardo firing that thing down the field.
Did you see the passion in his eyes?
Wow.
I genuinely love
I
it.
can tell.
Who needs a psychiatrist when you have 2 trips to the dump every
You're
year?
hucking
Exactly.
stuff in the garbage.
It's so nice.
That's all the
and then
therapy you
then
need.
you look back at the dumpster and you're like, yeah, that was my junk.
And I'll
It's
never
not with
see it
me
again.
anymore. Yeah.
I will never see it again. Now time to go pile up some more junk so I can do this
that's
again
right.
in 6 months.
Who needs help now?
It's your guys' fault for bringing me on. I take
I
all
love
over
it.
the
This has
place.
been great.
How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. Not
Did
like
you
that.
hock
Oh,
anything
that was
into
the
a
question.
dumpster?
How did we get to that off Thanksgiving?
Because you then said what you did this weekend. And then you said you cleaned up
You
your
purged.
garage.
Right.
And then you're like, and you know one thing I really love to do?
sorry, yes, you're right.
That's how we got there. So there was
Oh my
it was a
God.
very quick transition too. This wasn't even like over like 10 minutes of slowly getting there. Like this wasn't even like we were focused on gelato for a period of time and then got to pie. This was a very quick, had ham turkey. You know what's great? Throw in that
Garbage.
thing in garbage.
Yeah, great Thanksgiving. Tommy, what did you throw in the garbage?
I did the brakes on my car yesterday with my dad.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. Although we couldn't do the back brakes, so I'm going to be calling up my buddies Scott and Tyson at Iron 5. One bolt seized on the caliper, so it's going to be their problem, and I'll have to pay dearly for it. But it was good to do the front brakes. Got that sorted out. My dad and I tackled that. Helped him clean up and winterize because my mom's
go.
in Europe.
It looks like you're pointing you helped Evan because you're like, I helped him.
No, I helped my dad, but it's
We're
just
connecting over a shared experience.
yeah, we're purging
Yeah, well,
garage
similar
stuff,
experience, yeah.
getting crap out of there. And then there was no turkey. We did have a Thanksgiving lasagna. Thank you,
Wonderful.
Costco.
Oh.
And some
Shout out to
meatballs.
Costco.
Shout out to Costco.
Wait, none of you Italians could make your own lasagna.
Nope. And
Not one of
and
you
we had
Italians.
meatballs too. Thank you, Costco. And then we watched baseball. We watched football. And my brother's back in town. He came back from Europe and he hung out. And then we discovered the dog has a rash that we have to put the cone on her head. So yeah.
The shame.
Yeah. So a very productive Monday, pardon me. Really good Thanksgiving. I would prefer a lasagna and meatballs over turkey any day.
Oh, I love turkey.
I don't mind turkey. I like
Throw on
turkey.
some
Ham,
cranberries
I'm a
on
more
that.
like.
You and Avery can have your lasagna and pumpkin pie somewhere else.
I didn't need the pumpkin pie. There was, what did we have? Oh, we had ice cream sandwiches for dessert. It was great.
This is
From
like,
Costco?
I think so. My dad loves Costco. There's one right by my parents' house. Yeah.
Right on.
And guess what? It was phenomenal. So,
I love turkey.
So there's that.
Love ham. See, my dinner had both.
great meats.
Yeah.
So it was load both up on
That's
the plate.
good.
It was great. We had a lot of food. Everyone actually this year we went to my cousin's. She hosted. It wasn't my aunt's because we just have more people nowadays. A lot of little kids. So everyone kind of like pitched in for like one of the first times where everyone had to bring something.
Nice.
What did you bring?
I baked bread.
Wow.
It was lovely.
Was it gone by the end of the night?
Yes.
Nice. That's
Actually
good. You don't
was.
have to
Like a
bring it in.
loaf or like buns?
I split the recipe into little buns.
The little buns are nice when they're fresh.
Slash and a loaf. So it was a mix. You could have either a slice or you could have a bun.
This man is domesticated.
He's very good.
Very easy recipe too.
When he
So it
gets
was great.
dialed in, look out.
That stuff was proofing all over the place. That thing was coming up. It's great.
I bet your floor smelled tremendous when you made the the bread at home.
It does smell nice.
Yeah, probably does.
There's nothing better than homemade bread. Nothing.
I borrowed
Costco's got nothing on that.
I agree with that, Dahmer.
I borrowed my parents' bread maker because I want to start doing a little bit more bread. This other one though is super easy. It's like takes like 2 hours. To like get everything, proof it all, put it in the oven, wait another hour.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Next time you're in, I'll bring you some
I've
bread.
never been proud of you before.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Not after all the work you've done here, help build this place. That
That's
didn't
nothing.
impress me at all.
Yeah.
Next time you come in on the Hangout, I'll make sure there's some bread sitting here for you. For
You
that,
better.
I baked. Maybe that's the thing I start doing on the Hangout now, is we just have bread sitting here.
Can I interest you in some bread at 9 in the morning?
Would you like some bread?
I baked it yesterday.
Why could you bring some jam
I'm not a big jam guy.
or peanut butter?
I love
and then
peanut
they could
butter.
put it on. I'll just have to bake different type of bread.
Nutella any day.
Yeah, Nutella on that.
Yeah.
Just we can't bring Nutella in here.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we got
Ooh.
Jay's got a
Jay and Reed.
hazelnut.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah, both those guys on the show.
Yeah.
They should move them
It's-
off site. Make them do their show off site.
It's a bit of a bubble show. They're the only one. That's the one show that we have to like worry about food.
A lot of hand
Everyone else we're
sanitizer.
fine with. Like everyone else could just suck it up and deal with it. But those two, oh, we can't eat this thing, or we balloon up, or we get sick,
It's
or
a high
we
maintenance.
can't breathe
Oh,
anymore.
super high
like
maintenance.
awful. It's just way too high maintenance.
Yeah, that's why I try and limit my interactions with Reed to like once, twice a year. So I'm good for 25.
Meet
now.
your quota. That's understandable.
Yeah, they ruin all the fun.
If I can't come in with just peanut butter and Nutella and even peanut shells and just start throwing them at people, I'm not interested in being there.
Right?
What kind of friends are those?
Yeah.
High maintenance friends.
Exactly. So, Jay, you could throw peanut shells at them. It's just that it's the hazelnut you can't. But even then, I brought a pistachio gelato one day, and there was hazelnut flavoring in the ingredients, and he couldn't have it. So it was like hazelnut flavoring. So I was like, hey, well, I guess more gelato for me.
The
Yeah.
hazelnut flavoring was probably made in a factory. It was lab created. So he probably could have rolled the dice.
No, he actually tried it.
Oh.
And it did cause a little, like he had a little taste. He's like, I was feeling that a little bit. So I was like, if he did. he
Okay.
could've-
Would a nougat be a niche for those guys?
I would think so.
Yeah, nougat probably. Am I saying it right? Nougat?
So that's why the afternoons just not as good as the mornings.
Mornings are
For the
elite.
crew here at EST.
Yeah.
Well, just in terms of entertainment.
Oh, everything.
Right.
It's just those two.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that, Jay's like, he's had a few things around here when it comes to those allergies and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. He had
Johnny.
another one actually. When we
No.
did a chocolate bar, we put up Dollarama chocolate bars against the brand name that they.
Oh, right. Yes. How'd that go?
Ooh.
So what is it? The Meteor is the Mars bar. The Titan is the Snickers.
Wow.
The
I didn't
Island
even
bar is
know
the
this.
Bounty. The Duet is the Twix. I can't remember which other ones they have, but so yeah, like you get like 2 for $1.50 or whatever. Or
Yeah.
you buy a Twix, so it's like. So and Jay thought the Dollarama one's way worse than the brand name. So we were at Bunting's backyard.
Yeah.
And we brought them, and we taste tested them, and it was like they were on par. Like
Really?
if the brand name was better, it was slightly better. That it was like, well, then it comes to the math here, you get more for less. So you go with the Dollarama brand.
where
But
there's
Jay had,
goaltending.
I forgot which one Jay had, but he had one of, I think it might have been the Island bar.
That's the coconut.
Yeah. Was it that one or was it a different one? No, it must have been different where he said he was feeling a little after.
That's not good.
I feel like the food safety, the levels, the thresholds will be lower for the Dollarama brand ones. But then I say that and I think over, they're probably making them in the same facility and they just, different package.
That's what Costco does with Kirkland Signature.
Yeah, I don't think Dollarama's at that level of Costco to be like, hey, Mars Snickers, make
You
your
doubt
bar,
the
but
mighty
give it us.
Dollarama.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty sophisticated operation over there.
So, hypothetical. You go to Dollarama, you get a bag of Doritos for a great price. Great price compared to the grocery store.
Are they?
Actually, Doritos. It's like a buck.
I don't feel like it is a great
It's like a buck or a buck and a half less for a bag of Doritos.
Okay,
If I recall correctly. Is Matthew getting the Doritos or is he for like
Ooh.
a couple bucks less getting the burritos?
This cheap guy is getting the burritos.
Well, I usually just buy, like, I won't go to Dollarama to buy those.
This is
The chips, I
hypothetical.
will go to grocery store, and I still will go for the
Answer
special.
the question. Don't
That
be
one-
evasive.
Thank you, Evan.
I don't think I've ever actually bought those burritos or anything like that in my life.
I made them up.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually bought the no-name brand stuff. Like, Jay and I went to Dollar Tree over here and we bought no-name brand chips once.
Yeah.
Because we were doing Jay and Matt Eats on the Reed Wilkins show. Beyond that, I don't generally buy those, no.
Because they have Doritos for a very good price at Dollarama.
I would not recommend purchasing scented things like lotion or body wash at Dollarama that's no name brand if you have skin sensitivities.
I have
skin sensitivities.
Yes.
Oh.
So sometimes you might want to try a different body wash. You got to stick with what you know
Get the good stuff.
because you get a head to toe rash. Not good.
We don't want that.
No.
We don't want that.
And then you have to bathe yourself in pistachio gelato. It's the only remedy.
I love it. Full circle.
See? We're trying
So
to
you
connect
two have the
threads.
skin issues.
Well, I just have delicate
Reed
skin.
and Jay have the nut issues and all that. Okay.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, obviously.
Making sure.
You could say
we've got
both
this.
of those guys are nuts.
But
He liked it.
At least
can't
one
you?
person did.
Live a little.
there's only 3 people here,
Yeah.
Maddie.
I liked it too.
Actually, I think there's more. There's our
in
listeners
the
and
room.
viewers.
We've got the majority.
yeah.
They're
here.
they're on the nasty chat.
It is a nasty chat.
They're always there. And
They're
it's
always-
780-218-9999. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider. We got Evan Daum, CEO of Sport Edmonton, with us here. Tommy Matty with you as well. Coming up at 11 o'clock. Lock Shot, myself, and Huss will be on. We've got 2 guys and a goalie. Reed with Joaquin and Cass. EST Afternoons Reed Wilkins show as well. That'll take you till 6 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, though, that is the GCL Diesel Oil Stream. Don't worry.
I knew you had
The
it.
GCL, well, did you? Because you kind of turned to me thinking that I wasn't going to say it.
I'm glad you got
4
it.
o'clock, GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show live from Boston Pizza, Westgate 170th Street, across from West Edmonton Mall. Tommy will be there to get you set for Oilers and Rangers. Stuart Skinner getting the start in net for the Oilers tonight. Mangiapane up to the first line. And Tommy will also have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. Him alongside Benny Thompson as well. And who's on with you tonight?
Belsey, and he will be on location today, he said.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Also, great text came in. They were all Twix. Knew you'd appreciate that.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I love it.
Great text.
Who texted that?
That doesn't have the
gotta give
name
a
on
name.
here.
While you do that, portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they're brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Stock, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. So how long have you been with Sport Edmonton? Officially.
I started last Monday, so 8 days. This is day 8. Do they count weekends? I don't know.
yeah,
I'm always on the clock, really. So, yeah, it's been just over a week. So, lots to soak in, lots of things, bouncing around in this noggin, as you could assume, based on how this conversation goes. So, when you think you apply that to work, there's also lots of random things trying to connect some threads. And
So let me guess, a gelato fridge being installed at Sport Edmonton HQ.
no, I was thinking soft serve. Yeah, I was thinking soft serve, which I think you can buy at the Costco Business Center. So
Of course.
you could probably.
What can't you get at the
Yeah,
Costco
exactly.
Business Center, though? You
It's
could also get a
brilliant.
barrel of pickles.
Yeah, my daughter would like that. That's basically all she ate at Thanksgiving was pickles. But yeah, it's been a good week so far. There's lots of people that obviously I need to connect with and reach out to and just make sure that those relationships start to build. Went to a couple of different, there was a kids sport event last week, Be Here Game Changer, which was in support of what they do in terms of getting young girls involved in sport. So I was able to meet some people there, and it's exciting for me. And I talked about it last week was it last week? I don't know, with those nut allergy people. Just the passion in the industry, right? And in the sort of the amateur sport, the not-for-profit sport sector. I think everybody thinks of sport and they think of Oilers, Elks, sort of that professional level, but that's really the tip of the iceberg, right? Everything underneath that is really the foundation of sport in our community. So I'm super excited about being involved with all different sports, young, old, the recreation community, working with the city, working with Explore, when the legacy events come to town, and on some different professional development and education pieces. So it'll be a shift for me for sure, but I'm excited about it.
Okay, just quickly, for those that don't know, because we did have Reed Clark on, who's the former CEO of Sport Edmonton, but for those students, what is Sport Edmonton?
So Sport Edmonton represents the the sport and active living recreation community in the city. So we do advocacy. So we'll work with the city. We'll have conversations around facility planning. We're involved a little bit in some grants. And when major events come to town, we'll fulfill some legacy projects. So I know last year when the PWHL came, they put on a women in hockey breakfast. They worked with the WNBA when they came and they did a court refresh. So there's legacy component, there's education pieces. So one of the things that we're going to be working on over the next year is putting together some, I won't put a number on it, but we'll have some events that bring the sport community together around an education piece. I think one of the things I've heard over the first week and I heard going into is just, we really want some opportunities just to come together and meet, right? Mm-hmm. And we need a reason to come together. And everybody says, "Oh, we're going to catch up." You do that with your friends, right? "Oh yeah, no," and then you just never talk to them. So I want to create some events that bring the sport community together. There's a lot of shared best practices, and it's just fun to sit in a room of people who are passionate about sport. So we'll be working on bringing that together. And time will tell. That's what I've pieced together sort of in week one. But it's advocacy. It's leadership, it's education, and it's just working on developing the sport ecosystem. And there's lots of organizations that are doing tons of great work. And sometimes all you need is somebody to say, "Hey, Matt, do you know Tommy?" Like, it would be a good connection for you to have so that you guys can work together. And I'm sure somebody did that at one point because now you are. That sort of thing. Connector is a big piece of what we're going to do is be a connector.
Nice.
Yeah, that's very nice.
You know a lot of people to connect to one another. So I feel like this is a perfect fit.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I feel like I know nobody after week one because there's just so many people that for whatever reason hadn't come into my sphere. I do know a lot of people in the sports space, but it's just so much broader than you would anticipate, right? Whether that's an amateur sport organization or an organization that's working, on sort of bringing healthy living to newcomers in our city. There's so many elements that feed into the sport and recreation ecosystem in the city that I'm learning that, and it's been really fun. Like an example would be last week I got a tour of the Coronation Rec Center from a couple of our board members who are working over there, and like just that experience to see the Velodrome Association and meet them, and then see that facility and understand how all of the pieces there are connected as that facility sort of starts to come online in 2026. It was just cool. And like, sometimes you get in your lane, whether it's football or hockey or, baseball, and you're really, really focused on that. And it's nice to sort of just look out and say, there's this huge landscape of sport, and I get to have a very, very, tiny piece of all of those things sort of in my day to day.
That's the one on 111th by the Space and Science Center?
Yeah, exactly.
It looks amazing.
It's phenomenal from the outside. It's super cool inside. So it's got a track around the edge of it.
Yeah.
It's all windows, so you can see outside the entire time. So it's going to be an awesome place for people to run in the wintertime in particular. And that's where the indoor cycling track is, right? We move from Argyle into there. So if I get really ambitious, I would love to get certified and learn how to ride on that track because they're single gear, no brake bikes.
Steep angle.
45 bank.
Yeah.
It's super cool, super intimidating. And then this huge footprint in the middle. There's a gym in there. There's a child minding area. There's basketball courts.
There's a child what?
Child minding.
Oh, minding.
So that means you take your children and you say...
I heard child mining.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure what's going on.
Pardon me?
It's like, yeah. So it's just a very cool facility, and that's an experience that I wouldn't have had in my old gig.
It was. I remember reading out. I've driven by. It looks cool. Very nice to see us get a facility like this. But the original facility with the pool and everything too, I think, was 1967.
That's Peter Hemingway Pool is there.
Yes.
So now that's integrated into the footprint.
Exactly.
So you can go from the rec center through this. It's like a pedway, right? So they're connected. And it's going to be an integrated training facility too for the triathlon community because you have a pool, you'll have cycling, you'll have the running. There's a huge fitness component in there too, fitness facility. So it's just really well done, and it's been like a long time coming because the Velodrome was coming offline and they knew that was happening. So
it was outdoor, right? The old one at Argyle.
Down in Argyle,
Yeah.
So concrete track.
Oh, I remember. Went there in high school.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Very scary, but fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things like that. I'm sure I'll get to experience lots of those over the year, and it's just fun. And different sports attract different people, and so you get to see sort of what that sport teaches, what type of people it brings together, and it's a very cool, diverse sport ecosystem in our city. I think we don't realize how spoiled we are through the legacy of things like the Commonwealth Games, the Universiade, 2001 Track and Field Championships. Like, this is uniquely a sports hub in this country. Obviously, Vancouver and Calgary and Montreal have that Olympic legacy, but Edmonton's right there in terms of all of the different things and the sports that go on in our city.
Although Calgary's lost a lot of their legacy. They're not keeping it up, and a lot of the things are closing or just have fallen apart type thing.
It's a good lesson. When you get these things, you need to have a plan, and you need to have people who are stewards of these spaces.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of Calgary, I had this conversation last month. I said, what happened to the Canadian Olympic Park? And they have the Wind Sport Center there, and there's obviously Olympic specific training that happens there. But the bobsled track, out of commission. The ski jumps, out of commission. So that legacy's gone. They still use the oval for speed skating. That's still there. But yeah, a lot of it, like you said, Maddie, is just, it's gone. You know, they did ski dancing at the 1988 Olympics.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I will have to find some footage.
Some great ski dancers were on that hill.
They graced the slopes.
Yeah. Amazing stuff. If you ever get a chance, YouTube it. It's phenomenal and weird at the same time.
It's just like breaking, just iconic Olympic sports that just never stuck around.
The legacy of Ray Gun.
What a shame.
That's right. Breaking.
Hey, we have a gold. We have a gold.
That's right.
The Canadian men's, we've always had a gold. Only Canadian men have won gold at Olympic breaking. It's just that simple. It was like the same before golf came back, Canada was the reigning and defending champs of men's gold at golf.
From like what, 1960?
1912.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Like, it was a very long time, and then we lost it now. We have to go earn it back.
Go get it.
We have the longest run of gold
It will
medals.
never be touched.
That's right. That's going to take. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Is this now going to start the transition from you going from a runner to a triathlete?
Well, let's just pump the brakes. I'm not a runner. When people say I'm a runner, I'm not a runner. There are people who are actual runners who are very good.
You did the marathon.
I'm just a guy who
It's
runs.
the same.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Just a guy who runs.
I just feel like with you,
Hernan is a runner.
Is he
that
now?
man is a machine.
He has not run since that marathon. What did he
He's
do?
done
The
it.
Well,
halves?
he must have
Yeah.
lied to me because I talked to him on the phone the other week. He said he'd been out running a little bit, so somebody's lying.
I think he's lying.
I enjoy running, but I'm not a great swimmer. Kind of like, yeah, there's a little too much prairie in me. I've got like a bit of if you really want to rattle me, you'll just throw me on like a cruise ship in an open ocean, and I would seize up.
I'm also not
Really?
a great swimmer.
Yeah.
I can swim.
I mean, I did swimming lessons
Yeah.
growing up until I don't know how
Yeah.
old I was, so I can swim.
You do not want to go
Scares
overboard
me.
on a cruise ship.
I don't think anybody wants to go.
No.
Well, that
or
one,
on a
if it's moving, like, it's the likelihood of being rescued is very low.
Bye-bye.
Because it takes so long for the cruise ship to like turn and like.
Well, you
slow
would
down
send
and
out the
turn.
jet skis, obviously.
Yeah, but they don't have enough. And then, but it's like, you're moving at a good pace that everyone moves away, and then if you're going to be floating wherever you are,
Then you get the helicopter. Yeah.
yeah, it's not that quick.
Be scary.
Is there like because what did you ran the Edmonton Marathon?
Half. Yeah.
It was the half. Is there like that for triathlon? We don't have to do the full triathlon.
Yeah, there's less. There are opportunities to do that. So I get, like I said, I can't swim. Well, I can swim, but I would be scared of swimming. Not scared. I would just suck.
You just have to
I have to have
practice.
some pride.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the next thing that's going to happen in this office? Is everyone talking about their goal for the triathlon? Because there was you, there was Reed, there was Jay, there was Hernan. We missing anyone?
You guys need to do. So we'll start a Sport Edmonton Sports Stock running club, and we'll train together for the half marathon.
I don't
You
know.
in?
No,
What's wrong with you?
I'm a
Many things.
6 to 7K runner. I get bored after.
Oh, he's using boredom.
I get bored. I just am done. I'm ready to go home.
He has a beautiful mind.
I've listened to enough of what I've listened to. I'm good to go
Well,
home.
you're just obviously listening to shows here, so you can pick up, pointers you can give to people in your coaching sessions. I envision you listening back to the shows all day, like that night, and you just don't sleep. You just listen through basically straight through.
So
and
we
you
were
take
on
notes.
6 to 6, and then
Yeah.
from 6 to 6, I re-listened to it
Yes,
all.
exactly.
And then 6 to 6, we go about it again.
Exactly. And then you bring everybody in once a month, and you go through coaching pieces with them.
I'm actually just starting to do a little bit of those air checks.
Oh,
We don't do enough of them.
I can tell. Your touch isn't
That's
on
fair.
enough of this place.
I think I had like 1 or 2 air checks ever in my life.
God, it's
personally
so good to
myself.
have you back.
Oh, somebody. Sumo Julius 2914. Speaking of bored, I think he might mean the show.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
But
that-
he took the time to communicate with us electronically, so we appreciate it
Thank you,
nonetheless.
Sumo
Yeah.
Julius.
And YouTube
random
has
number.
changed the names where everyone, it's just their username now.
Seriously?
People are talking about that. Yeah, like, because I was confused earlier why it was Reed Wilkins, whatever number it was.
972.
Apparently, it
Could've
looks
been
like
worse.
YouTube and Google have like forced now everyone has to use their handle instead of their name.
Really?
I don't like it.
It's too anonymous.
Hmm.
If I knew who that sumo person was, I'd give him a piece of my mind. I'd pull up the yellow pages and I'd call him.
Well, it's cool.
Oh,
just
we
like
have
having
yellow pages
everyone's
right
like
there.
name as their handle that they wanted it as.
That's weird.
Because now, like Jen Cool's there, we knew her as Jen Cool. Now it's Jen Cool 09.
Mine would be Gelato Fan Italy 3624.
Why 3624?
Those are the numbers I thought of, but it could be 9787. Who else are we as part of that?
Well, it was Crosby and it was Binnington.
Yeah, there you go.
9787. What's Bennington worth? 31? 30?
No,
30.
he has a weird number.
Does he?
Yeah, I think it's like 40 something.
Okay.
Jordan
that would what it'd be.
Binnington
Does he not have a weird number?
is 50.
Yeah,
50.
there you go.
There you go.
So
97, 87, 50. Gelato Fan.
That's called a dynasty.
love it.
It's a great handle.
It's gonna be great
We'll
when
make
this
that
happens.
YouTube user and always comment on EST Hangout.
People are gonna come back to this hangout and be like in like March. I'm like, they called it. How did they know? We're just insiders like that.
That's right.
Just pure insiders like that. The official drink of the EST Hangout is the Finnish long drink. We haven't had any yet today, so
Oh,
don't
those
worry
are
about
amazing.
that. Aren't they?
Really good.
Pride of 1952.
Tim Casper got me on those.
Really?
Tim Casper,
Yeah.
Sport Edmonton shout out. Mm-hmm. Gave me my first Finnish long drink. I've been hooked ever since.
They're amazing.
They actually are. It's like
Refreshing.
Fresca meets gin. That's
Yes.
how I would describe it. Yeah.
Longdrink.com/can. Enter your post to go find a liquor store establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. They have the partnership with OEG, I believe, so that you can get it at
where I had
They
it.
do have the partnership with OEG.
They're, yeah, no,
Believe
I
it.
remember when Dusty first brought was saying we had this partnership. He's like, when you try it, like you're going to be amazed by it. And it's like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever you think. And
No,
you
it's-
try it and you're like, oh, this is amazing.
It is very, very good.
So I had it for the golf tournament this year.
It was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
It was perfect, like for the heat as well. Like it hit so much better. So
Unlike
it's-
pumpkin pie, you could have a Finnish long drink any day of the year.
That's
you really
right.
can, yeah. Avery will disagree, but
That's
in
right.
terms of the pumpkin pie part, but again,
Get
find
Avery
it in
a
the,
Finnish
find it
long
in the
drink.
store. Find it in a grocery store. That prevalent in like May or June. I do. Pie or cake?
Oh, it's pie, 100%. 10 out of 10.
Pie. Yeah.
I think I still will take cake.
Cake. I don't know, man. Sometimes it's overrated.
Yeah,
Cake-
there are
cake's a
cheap
hassle.
cakes out there which are just awful.
Cake's a hassle.
I guess there are cheap
I
pies
find
out
it to
there
be a
that are great.
hassle. And you get like, you know, the.
What do you mean a hassle?
It's a hassle. It's a mess. You get the.
And pie
the
doesn't have a
Philly-
mess.
No, not like cake.
The crust, the crumbling of a pie crust.
You can scoop that up after, but like,
Just like you can with the cake.
No, but cake you get like the.
I'm on Team Tommy most of the time,
icing
but I'm
part?
not following this thread.
Okay, thank you.
tastes like crap. I don't know.
But you're arguing the mess, not the taste.
I'm arguing the mess
So
is
pick a
what
lane, make an argument.
the taste is great. The mess is a pain in the ass
For cake.
for cake.
You get a good flaky pie crust, though. That's a mess.
That
It
is
is,
a mess.
but those are also the best pie crusts.
The best pie crust.
But you have some ice cream, and then it ends up being a little bit of slop, and you can scoop it up with the pie crust, and that.
You could also just have an ice cream cake. And it is ice cream.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like ice cream cake.
Very good.
I like a good tiramisu.
Is that considered a cake?
I don't
Sell
know.
those at Costco.
I feel
You
like
know
they
what
Have
else
those at
I feel like that's just a dessert. I don't
do
know if that's
have
a
those
cake.
at
Is that-
Costco.
although it's like layered and stuff. So,
So we need to get a hold of Costco's marketing team and get them on board here, obviously. Although they don't really do sponsorships.
No, they have enough people
Yeah.
buying stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I worked there for 3 or 4 years.
Tiramisu can be considered both dessert and a type of cake.
What's the difference between cake and dessert? Is cake not under the dessert
know.
category?
I would think so.
I've
The
always
umbrella
assumed.
category is dessert.
Yeah.
Cake is a subcategory.
That's just what Google said
Thanks.
when I looked it up. I just, I wouldn't have pictured it as more fully as a cake, but tiramisu is my favorite.
It's good to quite
So
good.
it's a cake.
I
So
assumed it
you're-
was a cake.
You're falling into
It's
the
layered.
cake category, though.
Yeah.
Like he is pushing like with ice cream cake and all
No,
that.
I just don't like. You get the edges of a cake, a traditional cake that has like the
piping.
piping. And I find
too
it-
much.
Yeah.
So you want the innards of the cake.
The
You just
inner
don't want
portion is
you want an inner
phenomenal.
piece, not an outer piece.
Yeah, that's why I said cake is a hassle. That's it. That's all I got.
I don't know how that's a hassle.
It's messy.
I don't have anything on that one. I don't know where to take that.
Just leave it.
I'm just disappointed in
I'll just
it.
eat
Let's-
it.
let's talk
I'm just
about
a dessert
goaltending
guy.
some more.
I just like desserts.
I love dessert. This is making me hungry.
I know.
Even
me too.
Baggio's with me. Tiramisu is a cake. Thank you, Baggio.
No, I didn't. I honestly just didn't.
It was
even think
never
of
up for debate.
I
Yeah,
just
I was
didn't
just-
realize. I was like, yeah, okay, well, that actually makes
Just
sense. That is a
confirming.
cake. I was just confirming that.
Just confirming.
So it's well done.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Should I go get a tiramisu today?
I mean,
In
you
the town
should.
center.
Ooh, that would be delicious.
Oh, Bronco Nick, we make a mean pistachio tiramisu. Back to pistachio.
Yeah, Bronco.
There you go.
Nick.
Take a side of pistachio gelato and you're set.
He understands what we're talking about.
Pistachios are just absolutely amazing. How was sidelines on Saturday for you?
Cold.
Yeah?
Very cold.
Dusty called you out for wearing gloves.
Yeah, well, he also.
It's easy from the ivory tower.
I did hear him after, and I took no offense because it was cold. Like, it was literally very cold. At one point at halftime, what was like light rain, it was hanging in the air as if it were snow at that point. So he was in the comfort of a booth. Yes, his window in
There's
the booth
heaters
was
up there, though.
There's heaters.
He did say that on the broadcast.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't file an HR complaint. Maybe I should, but it was quite frigid. And to those that came out and enjoyed an Elks victory, hearty, well done, chili cook-off to everybody that was in the tailgate. Well done. That's how you do it. And Dusty can sit on attack for that comment.
There's two problems with the comment. One, the person who's delivering it, which is Dusty,
Yeah.
which is well established in these parts. And two, it's just illogical to trip someone for trying to stay warm on a cold night.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
0 for 2.
Swinging 2 misses. So whatever, Dusty. Good on the Elks. They gutted another one out. The defense came to play. I mean, they're in desperation mode. They even said it. They're playing playoff football, have been for the last couple of weeks. Those losses to Toronto and Hamilton, those are looming large. But good on them for sticking with it. That defense, Matty, it's looking better and better and better. And Robbie Smith, I think, was back last week too. So,
But he didn't have a single stat.
yeah, that signing has not worked out. I mean, he's injured for a good chunk of the season, but it's good to see. It feels like there's legitimacy to what's being built now.
Jake Mayer was taking practice, first team reps. Trevor Harris wasn't practicing yesterday. Bombers take on the Riders on Friday. The Elks want a Rider victory, so that's not a good look right there. There is a scenario, though, where the Elks could be tied with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and still make the playoffs.
Yes.
Learned that on the postgame show this past weekend, where if them, Calgary, and Winnipeg are all tied, it's a three-way tie. For that to happen, that means the Elks win the next two as well. Mm-hmm. They'd make the playoffs ahead of Winnipeg, and Winnipeg would be out of the playoffs. I'm excited to talk to Huss today because I really want to get his thoughts on what they sees with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I don't know. Like a couple of weeks ago, 40-3 against Hamilton.
Yeah, and they mopped the floor with them.
You're not sure what they are.
No idea.
Nobody knows what they are. And this might be the last season that they are anything for a while.
That's a good point. I was thinking about that. Like they're a little long in the tooth age-wise, obviously. What's the plan at quarterback long term? It ain't Strev.
No. He's not a guy who's going to get it done for you.
No.
Like he's a secondary guy who has some gimmicky type capabilities, and that's basically it.
Which is wild that he's like the most recent quarterback to go down south from the CFL to the NFL and start a game.
For the Cardinals.
And start a game.
It did not
isn't
go
that
well.
crazy?
I was rooting
That
for
is just
Strebler.
crazy.
I was. Now, yeah.
It's hard to believe because there's been a lot of guys who are better quarterbacks,
Yes.
but he was the guy. It's sometimes situation is everything, right?
But
just the moment.
Yeah.
There's the Taysom Hill.
Yes.
Like,
It just made no sense that he was going down. Like he started an NFL game and Nathan Rourke has not.
yeah. Yeah,
That's fair. That's a very good way to just put it.
that sums it up.
He's probably on more active rosters in the NFL than because I don't know. Did Nathan Rourke ever? He had only like a couple of active rosters, I think.
Yeah,
think
he was activated a few
But it
times.
wasn't a
lot. No.
that Canadian birth certificate hurts guys like quarterbacks and some guys, hey? I know it's starting to change a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, I think the programs that you come out of is the thing too.
Well,
It's the biggest thing, right?
Rourke was an NCAA guy, right? Where
Yeah.
did he play?
Ohio.
Ohio, yeah.
It was Bobcat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, his brother, I think, got a better sniff because he played at Indiana and Indiana went lights out,
Yeah.
went on fire that year.
Well, they're better this year, right now.
They're
it looks
even
like.
better this year. But I think just like any sport, scouts, GMs, player personnel, people get fixated on guys that they have in their pipeline and that they identify early. They want to be proven right. And when you're a late bloomer, it's always stacked against you. And typically a Canadian quarterback is going to be a later bloomer because they're not going to be getting the same level of coaching and competition at the same age. So
Good point.
You're naturally, I think, sort of going to be put in a position where you got to prove it a little bit more. So it's tough.
And Nathan Rourke will make $750,000 for the next 10 years in the CFL and be just fine.
And that sounds okay.
Yeah, sounds lovely, actually.
He'll be a star. He gets to play.
Voice of,
And we'll see what happens with his brother eventually.
Yeah.
and
If anything
Elgersma.
happens down there.
I know Winnipeg probably wants him to get up here as soon as they can.
Yeah, where is he? Is he just
I
sitting
think he's on a
floating right
practice
now?
roster, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's on a PR.
Did he get on a pier?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Whose pier did he get on to?
Because Green Bay
They got to let
waived
him go.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think he's stuck around. Now that would be something because he's a youth sport guy.
Yeah, he went to Laurier, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother level,
Yeah.
right? So, but he's got, it's so funny because you see the patterns. He's got the tools, right? He's
Yeah.
big.
His mechanics are probably
Mechanics are good. All that
NFL
sort of stuff.
caliber.
He's not on a pier.
No?
Packers didn't put him on their pier, and
No,
he's
he
not on
got
anyone
released,
else's.
yeah.
He's not anyone else's pier. So he's just sitting out there right now as a free agent.
So he'll do that through the end of the year and then he'll reassess.
And then maybe at that point you look at, if I'm not going anywhere else, I'll go to Winnipeg. Take over Winnipeg. Start the process of being the new being the new quarterback of the Bombers, looking to lead them to. I think he had a good preseason.
In Green Bay?
Yeah,
he was
that
very
was,
good.
That was
He
the
right down to
surprising
the
part.
wire.
Why it was like not even keeping him around on a practice roster. No one has jumped on.
Dave Naylor was flying all over the continent following him. It felt like.
Well, Dave Naylor was in Atlanta yesterday
He was. Makes
because the
trek to
Bills are in
Buffalo.
Atlanta, so we have to go and be in Atlanta to go cover that game.
Not gonna lie, I didn't mind watching the Bills lose yesterday.
Well, it's just I think Toronto's focused on something else right now.
Yeah.
For the time being.
I don't think we have to worry about the Bills. We could TSN. You could shove the Bills down our throats later.
Yeah, I'm tired of the Bills.
Yeah, it is a bit. You are inundated by Bills.
Yeah,
stuff.
Because Toronto loves it,
Yes.
and I know Eric loves it. So, but
Yeah, well, that guy is a
Who's your
Mariners fan
NFL
too. I don't know if I have an
don't have
NFL
one?
team. Is that a bad take?
No,
I
that's fine.
just I'll obviously I'll watch the games and I like the storylines, but I've never gotten behind a team. We lived in Houston for a couple of years, so I followed the Texans while we were there and a few years after, but they suck. They've always sucked. So it's just like, I'm not going to put any sort of emotional attachment to these losers. So I just watch the storylines, which is kind of nice.
I've emotionally attached myself to a loser franchise and continue to in Arizona.
They are bad.
they have found a new way to suck this year, and I'll stick with it because I'm stubborn, but not wearing my Cardinals gear as much right
fair.
now.
That's fair.
my team's 1-5.
My team's a little bit better somehow.
Actually, if they get back healthy, I'm not worried about the Ravens. They'll get back to it. This was a tough stretch, but they need to get healthy. But But I was worried at the start of the season. I was told I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is going to be the Ravens will be fine through these first 6 games, but 1-5.
Sometimes it hurts to be right.
This one it does.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be, but although I did predict an 0-4 start, lost to the Browns. They got that one. So cool.
Here he is, cynical fan guy.
I don't know. It's with I'm just never confident that the team's gonna.
I'm not sure Jackson's the answer quarterback.
I never said that. He's got to be
I
healthy.
never said it.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
they need an
He is
MVP caliber quarterback like a Josh Allen, to be honest with you.
He is. He's the answer to get you to the playoffs. It's still a question whether he's ever could get you a Super Bowl. He's had some questionable decisions in playoff games, but I still want him to be the quarterback.
Not mentally
of my
tough in those
team.
moments.
And I do still want John Harbaugh to be the head coach of the Ravens, even though I know there's a lot of Raven fans that want them to fire John Harbaugh. Be just a mistake.
Yeah, he's a good coach.
He's a great
The Harbaughs
coach.
are both good coaches.
He's a great coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built a good program.
Him and Mike Tomlin, great coaches. Look at those Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
Yeah, it's hard to be consistently good year after. And now you have to have good players. You have to have a good quarterback, yes. But you put the right guys in the right place, or you get the right guys and you give them the right program and game plan. And if they execute, you should be all right.
Speaking of the Bills, though, they're tied with New England for the top of the AFC East. They're both 4-2.
How about New England? Well, New England beat them.
New England.
So they're at the top of the AFC East, and the Bills are not at the top of the AFC East.
That's okay.
It's a wild thing to see, actually. And then you got the Colts at 5-1.
Yeah.
What are we, back to the
they beat the
mid-2000s?
Cardinals.
Colts and Pats at the top of and the Steelers at 4-1. Like,
That
What is
is
this?
what it was. Yeah, those 3 teams always dominant.
just right up there. And even the Chargers are up there at 4-2 with Phillip Rivers. This is 2008 all over again right now. Looking at these standings,
And his 19 children.
Yeah, with his custom bus or whatever you had
Yeah.
made.
somebody had more recently. They had another kid. I forgot which NFL player it was.
Sean Alexander has.
I think it was him.
Yeah, he has like
You can have more than 19.
Sure.
Well, I know it's possible
Yes.
scientifically.
How many
There
kids
is a way.
does he have?
Dahmer, there is a way.
They're expecting their 14th child, Sean and Valerie.
That should be illegal.
Phillip
That
Rivers.
is just that
What if
poor
they
guy.
have so much love to give?
That is just too much.
Dahmer, they have so much love to give.
How many does
Actually,
Rivers
If you
have?
want to run a daycare, just run a daycare.
I played hockey with a guy. He had like 9 siblings. And I remember I think we were 13 when our first year together. And then our last year, we were like 17 or 18, right before junior. And his parents were having more kids. And he was on the cusp of getting married and yeah,
We get it.
There was a lot of love to be given.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to find how many kids Phillip Rivers has.
He has a lot of kids, if I remember correctly.
He's got 10.
Yeah, there you go.
So Sean Alexander hasn't been. We all talk about Phillip Rivers.
Like,
but
imagine
Sean
being-
Alexander's going to 14.
You know how like the middle child is like the forgotten or lost child? Like my brother, he's a tortured soul artist. Actually, he's not. He's a great guy. But we like to make that joke. You got 9, 10 kids. Like now you have multiple kids that are kind of lost in the shuffle. I don't know how you can keep up with all of them. That's hard.
Yeah, you definitely not playing man defense. That is some
Right.
serious zone coverage.
Lots of zone
And there's
coverage.
Lots of holes in that coverage.
I feel bad for the oldest child or the oldest couple because they have to help out.
yes.
And it's like, you want to just be a kid?
There was, Antonio Cromartie, he had 14 kids.
Wow.
With multiple women. He was the one that was in HBO's Hard Knocks where he couldn't name all of his kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
That's
video
a
was
tough
out there.
look.
He was trying to name them all and he
I-
couldn't do it.
I have never seen that piece of footage, but
Have you never?
No, but that is something.
Yeah.
That's
Can you
not
name
good.
all your kids' names?
I can. I even know their middle names.
All right. You did give them those
Wow.
names.
Sometimes it's hard though. It's hard to remember everybody's name. Sometimes I get birthday wrong. Not my kid's birthday, my wife's
Others.
birthday.
Uh-oh.
That's
You
different.
can't do that.
That's
By
better.
wrong, are you
Early.
off by like a
Okay.
day or something?
For a few years, I was a day early a couple times in a row.
Oh.
You just wanted to celebrate you wanted to make it 2-day celebration.
Right.
You love her
Birthday
so
week.
much. You were that
Yeah.
excited. You wanted to celebrate
Sure, we
her
will
big
go with
day
that. That's
earlier.
good spin.
That's how I look at it.
It's your birthday in
the key-
Australia.
give the key messages to Herna, my publicist, so that I can work those into my next
They'll get
appearance.
to her about 3 months
Because,
from now. Yeah.
you want, as soon as that date turns somewhere on Earth, you want it to celebrate.
That's right.
and you want to celebrate throughout the entire day, not
That's
just us being alive in it. But
Deep love.
It's like New Year's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see the video. Australia's already in 2026. They're already into your birthday.
Dahmer's already celebrating.
There you go.
That's all you have to
It
do.
really is a new year every year of, I don't know. I'm trying to say something sentimental. I can't bring myself to it, especially on this program where there's no sentimentality whatsoever.
No, there's
It's just hard, straight sport facts with no conversation about dessert.
it's the most serious sports show you'll find
Yeah.
in Canada.
During
I
this
believe.
time slot
9 to
on
11.
Edmonton Sports Talk.
Yeah, that's
Edmonton
right.
Sports Talk.
Like
No
Timber
one is more
Woodsman said,
serious.
they were all Twix. They were all Twix.
That is a good episode.
It's so good.
Seinfeld, for those that don't know. I just wanted to throw that one.
Are there any bad episodes?
Probably like the early seasons, like season
It
one or
takes some
season
time
two.
to get some momentum.
Yeah.
Finale was not great.
No, it was not.
That's
Yeah.
been well documented.
yeah. But when they did the
to
reunion on Curb Your
Yes,
Enthusiasm,
they've sort of tied it up.
made
a
out,
little bit.
yeah, and they admitted that it sucked. And
I'd have to go back and look at which ones. There's a couple that I'd put. I'm not the biggest fan of the party out at Long Island. Or
Tim
whatever it is.
Watley's?
No, the one where they have to go far and Kramer has to come
Wally's
pick him up.
classic. Yeah.
Oh,
And then because George goes home with the coworker. And then that's the episode Elaine goes, the dingo ate your baby.
oh, right, that one. What about the parking garage one? Did you guys love that one? It gets referenced a lot.
Mid. I
Yeah.
would put it mid.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't stand out for me.
I like the risk. Remember they put the risk
yeah.
game in Jerry's because
Yes.
Kramer doesn't trust Newman and Newman tries to
They
sneak
played
in.
on the subway.
Ukraine,
Yeah.
not weak.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then smashes the board and all that.
Yeah. Kenny Rogers roaster one's a good
That
one.
one's
Great
great.
one. I got Zach onto it when we first started EST because like at 1 o'clock we were off the air because we were what were we thinking at that time? So it was just Zach and I in the office on TV. I had to throw on Seinfeld, and he's like, "What is this?" I was like, "Well, it's Seinfeld."
Those were the lazy days
Yeah.
when you only worked till 1.
Yeah, we weren't.
Now you're 24 hours a day, as we've established.
Essentially. Well, with Matthew.
but with nuts allergy people.
You want nuts?
So are we
Suck
really
nuts.
on for 12 hours?
Well, you're on. It's just not
Yeah.
as good.
It's just not there. Just not there as strong. What do we got tonight in sports? We got the Oilers. We got the Rangers. Okay, 5-game road trip coming up.
Yeah.
Right? Over under for Play Alberta. Download the app, visit them, playalberta.ca, EST specials. I'll have to build some sort of lock shop parlay with Huss today. I don't know what we'll build. But then Dusty would have some stuff up there. 2.5 games, one on this road trip. I'm going to bring it up to 3.5 games run on this road trip. Rangers, Islanders, Devils,
Red Wings.
Red Wings, Ottawa.
You put it at 3.5?
3.5. Over under. Wins.
I'll go under. I get 3-1 in one road trip. They'll beat the Rangers tonight. They'll beat the Islanders. They'll beat Detroit. New Jersey gives them fits in New Jersey. Ottawa.
Early game.
Yeah, there's back-to-back like 1 o'clock,
JMO
1:30.
loves the matinee stat.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy this weekend. And then I think Ottawa was like the OTL.
I'll take the over. I think they'll win 4.
I like this.
Yeah. I think Stuart Skinner gets shut out in every game he plays.
The one loss.
yes.
The one loss is Pickard.
Yeah, one loss is Pickard. And then everyone's like, that guy never going to play for me again. We knew backup goalie getting. Yeah,
Get Ingram up here.
Sure. I'll say 4.
Okay.
Why not?
Fair enough.
And they'll lose tonight, and then they'll go on a 4-game heater.
Boom.
Okay, so then Skinner loses tonight.
That's right. So take that away. I don't know. Yeah, I could see them. The 3 or 4 is what I think they'll do on the trip.
They should have Islanders.
Yep.
Should have Rangers.
Yep.
Brady Tkachuk announced out for 4 weeks.
Ooh.
Ouch.
That was announced during the hangout. If we were a sports show, I would have done that a little earlier, I guess. But I wanted to save it for this moment.
Ottawa's a plucky team now.
They are.
Yeah.
I like the way they
Dahmer,
play.
thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Anytime except tomorrow, that'd be too much.
So Thursday we'll see you.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
guys.
it. Dahmer, Evan Daum from CEO of Sport Edmonton. Thanks for coming. And thank you to everyone for tuning into the EST Hangout, which is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage expert right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports. We got the Lock Shop coming up next. We got Two Guys in the Goalie, EST Afternoons, the Reed Wilkins Show, also the GCL Diesel Ulster and pre and post game shows tonight, as Tommy and Benny will get you set for Oilers and Rangers. On behalf of Evan, Tommy, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning into the Hangout. Lock Shop with myself and us coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,